left until that cutoff happens. Only 6 spots remain. Now we have a new track with not a lot of data. So is it possible we see a new winner today?
Well, for the two drivers sitting there right on the bubble, Harrison Burton and Nick Sanchez separated by 5 points. They don't want to see that, especially if it's behind them right now. These two are going toe-to-toe right now. And look how these two teams got here. It's been entirely different. For Harrison Burton, it's been consistency, maybe not having the most speed. For Nick Sanchez and the Big Machine Racing team, they've had a ton of speed, not getting the...
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a great fucking day. Today, we got Xfinity Racing south of the border in a different country. They're in a whole different country. They're not in the same one that we're in right now. They're not the same one that they're always in either.
Decisions to be made about what tires to be on, what grip level there is, and you're just...
Bro, can we not do the lag?
Well, we said we mentioned the 3 Cup drivers in the field, but guess what? We got one coming to the booth. Ross Chastain for Trackhouse Racing. You got any advice for him?
Don't be shy. Be aggressive like you're on the track.
All right, let's hope he's listening. We got 3 race ceremonies and a lot more ahead when we come back.
Bro, like, it was literally working so fine up until I went live, and then I pressed live, and then it wanted to freak the fuck out.
To help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more. So you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Vehicle breakdowns are costly.
It started making some really weird noises.
If your check engine light comes on tomorrow, the repair could easily cost thousands.
Here's that transmission.
But with Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again.
They covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
$1,400. Endurance paid it.
Who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Call right now to get $300 off any plan.
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
What do you mean you're late today? The stream just started.
NXT on the CW ups the ante with 4 high-stakes qualifying matches.
Championship opportunity on the horizon.
All new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
Get the CNY Central Weather Authority app now. Weather comes at you fast. Get the information you need and keep safe. Download the CNY Central Weather Authority app now.
Finding a quality roofer can be tough.
I'm tough and a little invasive.
Where's Dom and why isn't he watching NASCAR? He'll be here tomorrow. I don't know where he is today.
How did you get in here? Dog door.
You have a dog?
I do.
Stellar Roofing's professional staff and industry-leading warranty guarantee your investment for decades to come.
Ryan Phelps has grown his car dealerships by helping thousands of customers regardless of credit history. Ryan Phelps Auto has 20
Probably watching baseball.
Bad credit and really bad credit with over 200 vehicles available and a buy here, pay here option.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Good credit, bad credit with A+ reputation.
But yeah, got Xfinity Racing from Mexico today. The Xfinity Series has raced here, but not since 2008. That was the last time they raced here. Bro, this lag is pissing me off. We were so fine. It was literally fine. I had my fucking stream up for an hour before I went live, and it was fine the entire time.
Witnesses and leave no stone unturned to get you the maximum award. Just get here, because when we work together, we win.
What an electric atmosphere here in Mexico City. Look at that crowd as the NASCAR Xfinity Series gears up for their second road course race of the season. And while many teams brought something very similar to what they had at COTA early in the year, That is not the case for Nick Sanchez and this team. The driver of the number 48 told me earlier in the year at that first road course he could not hustle the car the way he wanted. So they changed a lot of things on their setup from what they had at Circuit of the Americas. Their goal in doing that is to hopefully get a really good baseline before the series hits a lot more road courses, Dylan.
And Kim, Justin Allgaier throughout his racing career in the Xfinity Series has actually been a pretty solid road course racer. He's second all-time for top 5 road course. He's finished in the top 10 in 4 of the last 6 races. Crew Chief Jim Pullman told me today that today might be a little bit of a challenge. They weren't thrilled with their car in practice, but this team has as much momentum as anybody after their win at Nashville. That might be a little bit extra in the tank the 17 needs, Carla.
And as we get ready to start today's pre-race ceremonies, Golden Corral would like to take a moment to thank our nation's heroes. It is a privilege to serve those who serve. It's now time for our pre-race ceremonies here in Mexico City.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go racing here in Mexico City, we want to take a moment to recognize some truly special guests. NASCAR is proud to celebrate those who represent the spirit of racing and the pride of this vibrant community.
Dude, that's some dumb shit.
Please rise as you're able and remove your hats as Father Francisco Javier Guzmán Carreño offers today's invocation. Señoras y señores, les pedimos que se pongan de pie, si les es posible, y se descubran la cabeza, mientras el Padre Francisco Javier Guzmán Carreño ofrece la invocación del día.
God spring and one good, with blind it is red. En el nombre del Padre, y del Son, y del Espíritu Santo. Amen. Good Lord with the rain. Dios, tú eres nuestra fortaleza y nuestra meta. Dios bendiga esta carrera. En el nombre del Padre, del Hijo y del Espíritu Santo. Amén. Buena suerte en la carrera.
Presenting the colors of America, please welcome the United States Embassy of Mexico City's Marine Security Guard Detachment Color Guard. Les pedimos que permanezcan de pie mientras la Guardia de Color del Destacamento de Seguridad de los Infantes de Marina de la Embajada de los Estados Unidos en la Ciudad de México presenta los colores de América. And now, presenting the colors of Mexico is the heroic Fire Department of Mexico City. Y ahora, presentando los colores de México, está el heroico cuerpo de bomberos de la Ciudad de México. Here to perform the American and Mexican national anthem, please welcome the Eden School of Mexico chorus directed by Ernesto García Velasco. Para interpretar los himnos nacionales de Estados Unidos y de México, démosle la bienvenida al coro del Eaton School of Mexico, dirigido por Ernesto García Velasco.
America.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero aprestaría el ruidor, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria, tus sienes de oliva, de la paz arcángel divino, y en el cielo tu eterno destino, por el dedo de Dios se escribió. Nació Sario, un extraño enemigo, profanar con su planta tu suelo, y en su patria querida que el cielo, un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero aprestaría el ruidor, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra, al sonoro rugir del cañón.
Yo, that shit smacked. That shit slapped. That was a catchy-ass, banging-ass tune. What's up, Camden? How you doing? Speak English or Trevor will arrest you? He might. He might. Trump's definitely doing some things recently. And that's all I'll say on that. He's definitely doing some things.
I've always been an active person. Yoga is a big part of who I am. I love how it makes me feel. But
who's gonna be the first one to crash?
You see,
Probably fucking Brandon Jones.
Which left me so short of
He
breath.
sucks.
I felt like a bystander in my own life. So I talked to my cardiologist.
But yes, as you guys could see here, I have two drivers that are highlighted. Sheldon Creed, obviously, because that's my boy. I want him to win. And then Ty Gibbs, who is starting second. He is my win pick for today. So those are the two drivers that we have highlighted. What's the breakdown for today's race? It's 65 laps. I don't know why I'm on a 65 laps.
Through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all the medical conditions and current
stage breakdown. Where the fuck is the stage breakdown? Oh my god, I love Bob, but he tweets a lot.
My name is Stephanie, and this is my Camzyos moment. Call your cardiologist.
Stage breakdown. So stage 1 is 20 laps. Stage 2 is also 20 laps. That'll end at lap 40. Why are we lagging?
Credit Karma can help you push through to a better place with personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
We good?
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Can we stop at the lag?
Parking lot sale going on.
Pissing me off. Major lag.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini it?
Wipe, then fold, then wipe, flush away. With Dude Wipes, you'll have a clean but great day. Now, why do Dude Wipes clean
All right, there we go.
Because they're extra large?
Because they're flushable.
Because obviously...
Did your internet go to Mexico too? No, it's my computer.
Let's watch. See how
Computer, it's pissing me off. It was working. I had my stream set up for an hour before I actually went live, and it was working perfectly fine the entire time. And then once I actually went live, wanted to start freaking the fuck out. If it's a few lag spikes like that throughout the stream, it's fine. It's whatever. Just can't have it like continuously being like that.
But her goals aren't easy. She fixes. She manages. She perfects.
Yeah, stages, 20 laps in the first stage, 20 laps in the second stage, so that ends at lap 40, and then there's 25 laps in the final stage.
To this space. The industrial grade product you need, plus 1 million more. Call, click Grainger.com
So, yeah.
or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
There's no, we don't know, like, what the fuel run really looks like because we've never really raced here. Yeah, we did race here in 2008, back in the early or the mid 2000s. We raced here, the Xfinity Series, but it was a different track back then. They didn't have the stadium section. You know, the layout was definitely different. You know, it's mostly similar, but there is some differences.
Who will be the next driver to reign supreme on the twists and turns here in Mexico City? It could be one of the few Cup interlopers in the field today, including Ty Gibbs and the number 19 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. And when he was in the Xfinity Series full-time, road courses were one of his strong suits. In fact, 4 of his 12 Xfinity Series wins came on road courses. He still has that same prowess, snatching a front road starting spot, and the team expects Ty to give pole sitter Connor Zilic a run for his money today. Dylan?
Kim, the spotlight has shone brightly on Daniel Suarez in the lead-up to NASCAR's return to Mexico, but it was on him for the wrong reasons earlier today. A big qualifying crash at the entry to Turn 11 has brought the Mexico native to a backup car and the back of the field. I spoke with crew chief Corey Shea in the midst of their repair efforts today. He told me we just have to get him to the front because once we do, we know he can stay up there. A lot of eyes, Carla, will be on the 9 car today for many reasons.
That's right, and we got the third Cup driver in the field today. He'll be in the 3rd position. That's Christopher Bell. No affiliation to his Cup team JGR today. No.
You have Suarez.
He's going to be driving for Sam Hunt Racing, and they have a pretty experienced driver. He's got 1 Xfinity win.
I mean, Suarez starts in last.
3 in Cup.
So it's going to be a lot for him to get the win.
Hunt's very first win. It's time for the command.
Mexico City, please welcome our Grand Marshal, founder of Momofuku and Mayordomo Media, culinary correspondent and host of Dinner Time Live. Ciudad de México, démosle la bienvenida a nuestro Grand Marshal, fundador de Momofuku y Mayordomo Media, corresponsal culinario y host de Dinner Time Live. Please welcome, démosle la bienvenida a Chef David Chang. Pilotos, enciendan sus motores. Driver, start your engine.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I love that guy's energy. Engines are fired here.
It's the capital of Mexico, the most populated city in North America, and it's going to be the focal point for NASCAR over the next few hours. We got the green flag just ahead.
Brandon Jones just crashed into the Trump wall.
Tajín chamoy sauce, that tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajín it?
You need the 48 to do well. Yeah. Nick Sanchez.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more, so you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Tonight,
Let's get some champions established.
the AVP League storms into Miami, and the battle to rule the beach only gets hotter.
That ball came in so hot.
As the best in the world continue their quest for glory. All summer long. The AVP League, live from Miami, tonight at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific.
Come find your ride. 2025 Harley-Davidson models are here with sleek design upgrades and cutting-edge electronics. Reimagined for an unbeatable riding experience. With redesigned controls, all-new LED lighting systems, improved braking, enhanced suspension, and rider-focused ergonomics. Built for the bold. We're taking the
Mexico has 10 different versions of their national anthem. Jeez. It's like Taylor Swift's albums, like how she releases like 30 different versions of all of her songs. I love Taylor Swift, but that's always I don't really like that she does that.
Guarantee is just that. I never have to worry about my windows.
We offer single source satisfaction. We make our windows, we professionally install them, and we give you the best warranty in the business with a comfort lifetime guarantee.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit comfortwindows.com and schedule your free estimate today.
Construction accidents.
But yes, the stadium section of this
construction accident laws
racetrack is actually, it was a baseball stadium, and it's also a concert venue. It's actually where Taylor Swift did her Eras Tour show when she went to Mexico. But also, a Mexican baseball team used to play there. You guys know the team that Trevor Bauer played for last year? The Mexican team, they used to play at the stadium section, and they actually still play on the property. Their stadium is just farther down towards turn 1, and it's like inside the track, like it's, they won't be crossing through there, but yeah. I forgot what that team is called, but I know that Trevor Bauer played for them last year.
City. The NASCAR Xfinity Series enjoyed a weekend off last week, but they are back in racing here in Mexico City for the first time since 2008. CW Sports welcomes you into round 15 in 2025. It's our second road course race of the year. And here we are in the broadcast booth, Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander, and in the middle, Ross Chastain.
They're actually in Mexico this time. They're actually at the racetrack.
Right here in the Xfinity Series now, a star on Sundays. It's great to have you with us.
Great to be here, guys. I got to be honest. Firing up the cameras here, I'm more nervous standing here than I am if I was rolling off the grid. Don't worry, we'll take care of you.
That's right. Just lean on Parker.
Yeah, a little bit. Just we're on track. We've done that before.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe not as hard and physical this time around. Let's go to this track because you've been out there, practice yesterday, qualifying today. What are drivers in store for?
Well,
so the cars are rolling off. Could be some rain, but we're going to start on the dry tires.
Qualified for 20 minutes, but on this track, as the cars roll off here, a lot of long straightaways, Parker, coming to some very technical sections.
Yes, the Diablos Rojos, yes.
And some tire packs that are staring you down and daring you to get close to them. It's been a really interesting track. A lot of drivers have enjoyed it, but the other thing we've enjoyed is the atmosphere around this facility and all the fans that showed up. Look,
yeah, they used to play where the stadium section is, and you can see videos and pictures of what that baseball stadium looked like. But yeah, now their baseball stadium is still on the property. It's just towards turn 1.
Drivers to watch. Junior Motorsports bookending the field today. Daniel Suarez coming from the back in a backup car. Connor Zilic on the pole. What do you see here?
Well, the first one you have to point out, the man to beat, it is Connor Zilic. If he's in a road course in Xfinity right now, he is the one you're all gunning for.
Yeah, now Trevor Bauer, I think he plays in Japan again. I think he plays for the same team that he was with, but he went to Mexico, played 1 year in Mexico.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Daniel Suarez?
He should come back to America. A team should sign him, honestly. Red Sox could use him. Still just the occasional drops on pit road, that's according to Bob.
To go to America and try to start a career, he's done that, and he's brought now Quaker State back to Mexico with this number 9. Not quite as pretty as it was earlier, but a new car ready to go.
Qualifying earlier today, let's jump into our starting grid. I referenced Connor Zilic. 5th career pole, 7th front row start of the year. As you look at the guys up front, who do you see here, Ross?
Well, the front row is really easy to take out of, but when I just look in row 2, Connor Zilic's teammate, Carson Quapple, that number 1 car showed speed that nobody expected at COTA. Look for that number 1 team, Bass Pro Shop Chevy, to give them a run for their money as Carson continues to learn. And our most recent winner at Nashville 2 weeks ago was Justin Allgaier on a career year. He's starting the outside of row 6. And Mexico City's own Andres Perez is making his series debut. He starts 16th.
Red Sox could use literally anyone. Jaden.
I go to row 11. Harrison Burton. Team is off to a great start. They come in 5 points above the cut line. Big stage point opportunities in this race today. Anxious to watch the 25 car.
A couple other Mexican drivers in the field today. Mexico City native Ruben Ravel in the number 35 is making his series debut. He starts in 31st. We mentioned it. Daniel,
you know, like Garrett Crochet is like one of the best pitchers in baseball right now, Jaden.
He will be fun to watch.
Probably like top 3 best pitchers.
I want to give a salute to all the truck drivers that came from North Carolina. Almost 2,000 miles to get down here to Mexico.
Yeah, Jaden, shut your bitch ass up.
1,964 miles. They've made it, and they were greeted by an unbelievable racing facility. Walk us through the first part of this road course.
The only thing just as long as the trick they made down here might be this front stretch. It's the second longest in NASCAR behind Talladega. At the end of this one, you got to brake from about 180 miles an hour down to 45. First gear into turn 1, into turn 2, and turn 3 as we go on board here. With Christian Bell, this braking zone feels like it lasts forever.
Jaden doesn't care. Yeah, he doesn't. And I respect that.
You're going to aim for the left curve in turn 2. You're going to try and get that curve on the right in turn 3, and then use all the race at the exit to head down towards turn 4.
All that to be under 500.
Which then leads us to
That's fair. Touche.
part of this track. That's right. You get through the S's, you take a break. It was the alternate start finish line in qualifying. Now it doesn't matter. Turn 11, big break zone. We've already seen cars get in trouble like Daniel Suarez. Through 12 and 13, very slow across that rumble strip right there. Need some rear brake here, but you're worried about wheel hop in these Xfinity cars. 26 car locking the left front up. So slow right here. Stadium all around you. Straddling.
I think they could use some help.
Into 14, 15 onto the front stretch. Hope you get off and get a little bit draft down the straightaway.
You better get that run off 15, because then you got to haul the mail all the way down to turn 1. Green flag goes in the air when we return. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series on CW.
Closed captioning for today's race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever.
Race fans, don't miss a single lap. Catch the races for free with Tableau. Plus, pause and record all the action.
Your new bike is officially protected by America's #1 motorcycle insurer. You can now safely go wherever the wind takes us.
That's right.
It was one of those books that smelled bad, but in a good way, you know? Oh.
Didn't think this through, did you?
Nope. You go without me. The owner and I aren't on speaking terms. Apparently the refills are limited. Okay. Not okay.
Safe like repaired.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Safe like replaced.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later with flexible payment options only at SafeLight.com.
What is going on?
People love how the new Homes.com helps them get quick answers about any property by connecting them to the actual listing agent.
Oh, so I'm done? Oh, no. We're still not sure everyone knows that we're the only site that always connects you to the listing agent rather than selling off your contact info. So we're going to keep you up there a little while longer. Okay, yeah, I'm getting great exposure.
Speaking of exposure, can we get him a hat?
Ooh, what about a beret?
Oh, ding dong.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Tajin chamoy sauce, that tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajin it?
I've always known how to fix things. But with psoriatic arthritis, my body felt broken.
Mornings were a nightmare.
But it's not going to control me anymore. With Bimzelx, I can't wait to say, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back. Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Bimzelx can deliver transformative relief of joint pain and stiffness. It's fast and lasting. I'm back to what moves me.
I'm back to reaching for new heights.
Less fatigue for some, zero swollen joints, and 100% clear skin for most.
I'm back to what inspires me.
Serious side effects like
Yeah, F1's in Canada.
infections and lowered ability to fight them, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease have occurred. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say, I'm back.
Ask your doctor about Bimzelx.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
We are back at the Autodroma Hermanos Rodriguez, an incredible racing facility. Built back in 1959, honoring...
We should race in North Korea next.
Rodriguez, other success in Formula One. That's Roger Penske, racing here in the early 60s. Talk about NASCAR Grand Am coming here. Martin Truex Jr.
F1 should have the North Korean Grand Prix.
The fans here outstanding when Formula One makes their way here in that stadium section is spectacular. Let's go down to Dylan Welch.
Well, Adam, at road courses, team communication is always a bit of a concern, and having clear and concise radios is always a challenge. The two team of Jesse Love not exempt from that. Take a listen to their recent radio.
FYI, boys, we are on the radio situation here, so I can't hear a word you're saying. You can't hear a word I'm saying. We're going to do the best we can here.
That is never fun.
NASCAR Submersible Series, that might be fun.
Especially in road course here, there's been a lot of talk where people have placed spotters, Ross, but that is disconcerting for the driver, for the team. They're going to be freaking out trying to get that info. As a driver, though, as we come
all right,
you just got to focus. Hope you have your tires.
Pace car's off.
Good spot. Clean them up.
Here we go.
For the start, Adam.
Great front row. A driver who has a championship in Ty Gibbs.
And green flag is in the air. We are racing from Mexico.
Leading us to the green. Up we go in Mexico City.
Those had a big jump there, but keep an eye as we go down this long cut straightaway. Where do drivers choose to go? Fanning out. Three wide. Four wide in the back. Zillage the inside lane.
Oh, man.
Into turn one for the first time. Gibbs is there.
They're going crazy. They got it through there clean, though.
So far, so good. Small bit of contact between the 88 and Gibbs in turn one, but they got through clean. Gibbs to the lead. I know, like you mentioned.
That first time through the stadium section is going to be electric.
This is the short run from 3 over to 4. Wrap this corner, then it's up into the S's. Gibbs leads side by side. Rookie teammates for second. Now Zillage able to hop in front of Quapple, or is he? There was some contact there.
Trying to turn a favor a little bit. Quapple got a little damage there on the right front, right where the headlight would normally be. He's now got Christopher Bell to the inside. That's really tight action to do that.
Really tough to go through the S's by yourself, let alone side by side. Already damaged to that one car. Doesn't look like it will be the end of the day. Obviously, for the one, no tire smoke. These Xfinity bodies, these noses and tails are very pliable, Parker. They do recover. They will bounce back out, and it looks like he's okay.
Into the stadium portion of the course for the first time.
Sammy Smith gets the left rear there.
Damn.
I think you'll see that often today.
Forget about patience. 41, green and white Ford. That's Sam Mayer racing with the 21 of Austin Hill. Both really good on the road. Jesse Love right behind them. And here comes Connor Zillage out of turn 15.
What a run for Connor Zillage out of 15. How did he gain on Ty Gibbs like that? He has himself in position for turn 1.
Now it becomes a side drafting battle a little bit. Just the length of the straightaway. Now they're in the brake zone.
Into the braking zone. Zillage going to get by. Ooh, making contact. Oh, Zillage in the grass.
This is turn 2. This is turn 3.
So we'll have to do a penalty.
Christopher Bell drives by at the 24. Sammy Smith trying to get a spot from his teammate.
Someone just hit a piece of debris or something.
It's not 2. Now, what does NASCAR do? Obviously, there was contact. 19 in the back of the 88. The wording to us for
The last place driver has the fastest lap right now. Let me move that down a little bit. There we go.
NASCAR has to make this call.
Right, he also lost a lot of position.
You love this road course?
Doesn't really matter if you did not go around the racetrack the correct way, but in the grass there, obvious contact from the white team car.
I mean, it feels like his penalty is the fact that he didn't gain position right. So it feels like no harm, no foul in this situation. 88 as far as going off track. Now, on the other side of the equation, there was harm, there was a foul on Ty Gibbs, right?
There is, and the foul is that now Connor Zillage is mad. So where it was the other way around, Ty took no time. As we see more contact with Sam Mayer in the back of the 88, Ty Gibbs did not take any time to give him any grace. It was right back into the back bumper of the 88 after they had traded paint or vinyl several times.
Zillage just needs a reset. You know, I mean,
But now, look, guys, he's behind his teammates. How are you aggressive with your teammates? Dale Jr., Kelly Earnhardt Miller, they've already bought 3 noses and tails, I feel like. That's not even including the qualifying as we see the 88.
I would love to be sitting towards the end of that front stretch. Like, pretty much, like before they start braking, but like as far down as I can get before they start braking. That's where I would love to sit.
Inside the top 10 a couple of weeks ago at Nashville. We're on board with number 9. Suarez coming racing the 71. Ryan Ellis. This is our 3-way insurance onboard camera.
Yeah, guys, this Ryan Ellis car, the 71 Tableau TV, doesn't put up much of a fight here into turn 4. Knows the 9 is going to be fast. Knows he needs to live the fight another day. With Brian C. trying to follow the 9 through. But the 71 of Ryan Ellis should be able to slot in line here for the S's.
Let's ride with Ryan Ellis, courtesy of our Tableau TV onboard camera.
A lot of patience through here, Parker. A lot of part throttle. Trying not to wheel hop. Trying not to lock the right front up. On throttle by these apex tire barriers. Then out in this...
Oh, the 41! Sam Mayer into the tire barrier. That'll bring out the first caution of the day. Sam Mayer brings out the first caution. He gets going. I don't really know if that needed to be a caution.
Right in those Tech Pro barriers. This team had a lot of optimism coming into this weekend. You see Jason Chincher, his crew chief there, hard on the brake, starts wheel hopping. Oh man, lucky to not take anybody else out with him.
Yeah, really?
That's gonna be a hard.
Did not need to be a caution. Oh. I mean, unless those barriers got damaged.
Driving by Jesse Love. Yeah. Let him go. In that corner, throughout practice and qualifying, we saw multiple drivers struggle there. It just seems like for whatever reason, it's inviting you to drive in deeper than you should. It's not. It doesn't have a ton of grip, and we've seen a lot of wheel hop out of these Xfinity cars down there, Kim.
Yeah, and you're going to see the attention paid to both the left front fender and that left rear front fender. They're going to have to pay a little bit more attention to that left front. You saw kind of that rubbing there. They're going to change the tires, make sure those fenders are pulled out. But you mentioned the optimism they had here, Parker. That's because 4 of Sam's 7 career wins have come on road courses, so he was very confident coming in here. But he tends to be aggressive on these road courses, and we saw that right there.
In a couple of his wins coming at the Roval in walk-off situations, so he's not only delivered on the road, but done it under pressure. And you referenced the challenges of turn 11. Turn 11, turn 4 are the 2 places I've seen a lot of drivers on track this week.
Yeah, just pushed too far. The Tech Pro there did its job, though, to give, and now NASCAR will go out and reset all that to get the spacing out. You know, he will get to keep going, and we'll wait to see if he can make any pace in that 41 Ford.
It was right before they entered the stadium section.
For the 2016 champ, Thomas Annunziata going around.
So tough guy to breathe. Well, we said it coming in. You have to have your tires cut. These Goodyear Eagles are just.
Yeah, there's a few drops. It might have been somewhat related to that.
A couple of pace laps, not knowing how much you should do at the 70. Clearly, not having his tires up to temperature.
Suarez up to 25th, Dylan.
Yeah, off to a good start here in this backup car, which, by the way, this car was used by Justin Allgaier last year at Chicago, also in backup format, and they finished 5th, so the team wasn't worried about its capabilities. The biggest challenge was getting this part of the car right here ready for Daniel, the interior. They had to take the seat out of the primary car, put that into this car, get his pedals right, get this car as custom fitted as the primary car was for him, because as Ross and Parker can attest to, the cockpit of these cars is super critical and super important. They had it on scales about 12:45 local time, onto the grid about 2 p.m. local time here, and now Suarez is driving it through the field.
As if there weren't enough challenges for these teams racing south of the border, let's go to a backup car. They've executed quite nicely. Coming out of the turn and into the straightaway was key from Ty Gibbs. Getting ahead of the curve, taking the lead. What a start to this race. Driver 19 in charge. We're live in Mexico City.
Men, get ahead of your curve with a bump. Explore Peyronie's disease treatments at GetSomebody4PD.com.
Graduates, today you enter the real world, ready for whatever lies ahead, except for the following, which you are likely to find exceedingly difficult. Going to a 9-to-5 job, doing your taxes, putting on a duvet cover, taking off a duvet cover, realizing you're never gonna go to the gym. This guy knows what I'm talking about. And summary, life is hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Oh, yeah, deciding what's for dinner every night for the rest of your life.
Shady Rays sunglasses. Break them or lose them. We'll replace them. Easy as that.
Kyle's gonna need new Shady Rays tonight.
Let's get him another pair fast.
Shady Rays. Eyewear that has your back.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini it?
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BMT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki, with 58 grams of protein. And now, Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get another for just $1. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is boom.
The Wi-Fi is booming like a
10x double unicorn IPO.
Free me sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Sort of the first caution of the day due to Sam Mayer spinning and hitting the wall right before they entered the stadium section.
Can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later, only at SafeLight.com.
SafeLight repair, SafeLight replace.
Zoe?
That's the one.
Today, you're meeting for coffee.
They're gonna love you.
And then before you know it,
Hey!
you're meeting the family. At Credit One Bank, we believe having the credit and rewards for the little moments today can lead to even bigger ones tomorrow. Earn up to 10x points on travel and 5x points on dining with the Credit One Bank Wander American Express card. Credit One Bank, for what's ahead.
We've cleaned up first cross.
Back green.
We're green again in Mexico City.
That was sudden.
Racing on a Saturday. Gibbs and Bell on the front row.
Jesse Love getting aggressive down to the inside there. The second row of cars, they're 3 or 4 wide. Stand all over the place.
It's right down the boulevard trying to make it happen in that middle lane.
Ooh, Bell locks up. Ty Gibbs gonna get the lead.
Side by side in turn 2, really tough to stay.
Somebody's smoking back there.
Clean so far, guys. Out of turn 3.
I just love throwing it out there and getting as much as you can heading over to Ford. Here they are side by side. Gibbs in the 19.
Daniel Suarez up to 24th.
Bell going to slide in behind him. And look who's back up to 3rd. Zillich with a good restart.
If you're Chanel, you might even just let Zillich go on by because he might have.
Well, the 18.
At 54.
Oh, man.
Small cheers had an issue.
Really early in turn 4, in the brake zone, probably had some sort of issue. Maybe contact. Guys look like some.
William Sawalch had an issue there.
Every week, something just seems to pop up for that race team. Talking about the 18, William Sawalch. Look at the bouncing back there from Sammy Smith in the 8.
These cars just seem to be wiggling around everywhere. Every brake zone, Ross. It's just like you watch them moving and wiggling and fighting the brakes. As we go this 2.5.
Is this technically a street course, like in a sense? Like, are these roads like public, like when they're not racing?
At that WeatherTech Chevy of Connor Zillich. Pretty good exit, I'd say, for the 88. And actually,
I don't think so. I think some of them might be, but
here in Mexico City, I thought with the lower or the higher altitude barometric pressure being different, we would actually get bigger runs. I was completely
because like the Canadian, the F1 Canada race, that's technically a street course. Like it doesn't really feel like it, but it technically is because like it's public streets.
Not as much as effect from the draft there, considering that straightaway is so long as Jeremy Clements is on pit road.
Yeah, engine issues for a driver that has a win under his belt on a road.
Jeremy Clements on pit road.
Yeah, they're
they're still trying to diagnose exactly what the issue is. Jeremy came on the radio before he came in and said the transmission is just shooting fluid everywhere. So not sure if it's an engine issue or a transmission problem, but Hood is up on the 51. They'll try and figure it out.
Big cars that made pit stops a while ago. You know, Parker Retzloff came in, saw some damage for Josh Williams. Also heard that there might be some radio issues for Connor Zillips. The story will continue to follow.
Oh, yeah. Daniel Suarez's car looks... This car earlier was green. Now it's just black because it was a backup car.
And him were both working their way through the field. Both started towards the back. Both cars are relatively clean from what we can see. It will only get harder from here, though, Parker. And for Christian Eckes in that 16, he had brake issues as well.
But yeah, that first green flag run was a little bit over a 4.5-minute green flag run.
Chris Wright. But for Christian Eckes, they were going to change the brakes in that car anyway. They ended up having to do that for he had some trouble qualifying. So he's obviously marshalling the field. Both those cars had brake issues. Cleaning up some stuff in that last caution, guys. The 14th place qualifier, Austin Green. I think he put his Jordan Anderson racing car the best that he could for their funding level and what they had to work with in 14. Had to bleed his brakes on the first caution.
You know, he's a driver that you love to watch in this style of racing. Got an ARCA win Charlotte weekend, so really, really a big fan of the young Austin Green.
Comes from a long line of racers. You think dad, uncle, everybody taught him a thing or two?
Yeah, you got Jeff and Mark, his uncles, his dad David, who's around the garage each and every week working with NASCAR. It's going to get good for second, Bell and Zillage.
Connor's really sliding the rear of that car. I've noticed him do that a couple times as we look here. Harrison Burton getting, and we're going to spin around to the stadium section. That's out of 13 and towards 14.
Not much
That's a tricky
work
place.
there.
Yeah, you could end up the Austin Power situation, having to go back and forth. If he's got hurt, oh my gosh, he's so bad at these H patterns.
So, you know, during Cup qualifying earlier today, Ryan Priest comes across the alternate start-finish line, jumps to second on the board. Coming through the stadium section, he does almost exactly that, and he just backs it all the way out and out of the way, realizing...
I really hope we can get a race in tomorrow.
Coming from behind.
That's right. And really, guys, when you leave turn 12, the left-hander here in the stadium, through 13, you're really low on power, low in the RPM band. As you leave 13, that right-hander and get to that sausage curve is where you hit the power band. It really all comes in at once. This altitude, these engine tuners, we saw the issue with the Clements engine. Obviously, they build their own engines. They're a family-owned team. They buy their chassis from people, but the engines they build themselves. So an issue there. But you get like all your power at what you have. We are lower than we normally are. We see a deep dive into turn one out of turn Made it look easy.
Takes second away from Bell. And that reminds me, you know, in his career, 3 road course starts, including today. So far,
Yeah, that does look... It is a... Honestly, I think that car looks better when it's black. Bob says that he believes a fuel run will be 35 to 40 laps.
They face some kind of problem, had penalties in both.
So you won't have to pit under green at all this race.
Not a big deal at all. He's running second behind Gibbs.
Okay, I have a question. Yep. If you could talk to Connor Zillage right now, what would you tell him as he chases down that 19? Calm down, breathe. And that's what Marty Lindley, his crew chief, and I were talking earlier today, and I said, what's the plan? He said, you know, unlike at Coda, I want him to just take it easy. We got the speed. Don't need to drive like you did at Coda. Kim, you have more on the 25?
Yeah, that 25 of Harrison Burton came into this race +5 to the good on that playoff grid and now has gotten to a little bit of a free fall. Things will continue to shake up as we continue through this race, but Harrison told me
Yeah, it does sound like a lot.
and adaptability to be successful on road.
But that's just according to Bob.
He does not have that right now. We saw the spin out. He says, I absolutely have no rear grip. In fact, I am wrecking trying to pass.
You know, they nearly missed the race at Coda, but he got in. They ran long, got stage points, and those 10 points have been huge for them as Kim talks about where they've been in relation to that.
Really glad that they let Bob come to Mexico this week.
Zillage just got the fastest lap of the day. That would pay a point later on. He's second right now to Ty Gibbs.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Cole's mom, tucked in or out?
In for the wedding photos, out for the dance floor.
Yeah.
No, like you're dancing, just like a person.
Oh, sure.
Yes.
Hey, honey, I'm dancing.
Don't.
Okay.
And that's how you goals. Safe Flight Repair.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Safe Flight Replace.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and we can come to you.
Sick.
Our highly trained techs can replace your windshield where you are, even if that's right in your driveway.
Have a good day. I love you.
With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later only at safelight.com.
Safe Flight Repair. Safe Flight Replace.
Shady Rays sunglasses. Break them or lose them, or replace them. Easy as that.
Kyle's gonna need new Shady Rays tonight.
Let's get him another pair fast.
How you doing? Good.
Hi.
Shady Rays. Eyewear that has your back.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends you can get behind. Meet Tyler Reddick. Crushed it in Xfinity Series and now he's here. Basically the Cinderella story, if Cinderella drove 200 miles per hour. Then there's John Hunter Nemechek. New kid on the block, all gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamlin. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times. No big deal. We have a lot of drivers, all legends. You pick. You in?
Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right down. Wanna be like us? Just better stick around. If you want it, you gotta prove it.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tahini?
We're all looking for some place to call home. But first you need a place to look for a place to call home. And that's homes.com because it's the best.
I told you, you cannot legally say homes.com is the best.
What if she says it as Morgan Freeman?
I can get this. Home.com.
No.
Well, how can we not say it if that's our new name?
Pick a vote.
Homes.com is the best.com.
I love it when we go side by side on CW because you don't miss anything like this incredible battle for the lead. Ty gives out front, but right in his hip pocket, Connor Zilich and Christopher Bell.
Connor had the opportunity to get a little dirty there like they had when he started the race. He kept it clean, Ross. That's right, yeah. I mean, a good opportunity with 9 to go to just race it out here. Very tough, though. These Xfinity cars, Parker, the brakes are already getting worse. The tires are really hot. Trying to rev match your downshifts and get your upshifts right through these S is really tough. It's incredibly tough. And you talk about the brakes, I think that's going to be a real topic today. We heard a lot of drivers struggling with it in practice and qualifying, and already some teams and drivers talking about some brake fade. And when you're at the front of the field like these guys are, pushing these cars as hard as you can, those pedals are already fading, going further than you want. You're just trying to extract speed. Well, really hard to tell, guys, but the 19, there's something on the left side, left front of his nose. It looks like debris to me on a brake opening. It could be put there by the team, but there's something over there that could be blocking one of those openings.
You know, you referenced 9 to go. We talked stage 1 here. We're coming out of the corner. This will be 8 laps remaining when we hit the start-finish line. We're going to close pit road at 6 laps. You always do it 2 laps prior to the end of the stage. So for there's drivers that are looking to flip the stage.
Got 8 to go on the stage.
And try to cycle to the front when everyone else pits under caution. You got to start thinking about that and who's going to play that game. And if you're not up here close to the front, you might have to do it with 3 to go. Something we'll have to continue to watch. But right now, the racing for the top spot is just so good.
Tied through the block down into 1. Covered there, and then was able to cover into 2 and 3 as Connor tried to look for an opening. Once again, keeps it clean. He's just trying to get beside him. Might get there, looking into 4, not quite. Just wanted rookie for Connor. He's just wanting Ty to look up in the mirror, and you get some air on your nose, like we talked about. Heat is a big thing here. Following a car, even one car, is going to make your car and all of your components be hotter.
Differences in an Xfinity car. When you talk about the driver's compartment, when you race on Saturday compared to what these Cup drivers have on Sunday, so major adjustments being made from the race leader and our onboard here with Christopher Bell, because it's just not the same inside this car as what they'll have tomorrow.
big differences, guys. I mean, something as simple as the shifter. You have to go different directions for different gears in this Xfinity car, and it's been done by drivers both ways. Xfinity come back and forth and went the wrong way, and sometimes it's those racing instances. Parker.
Oh, Bell goes around. Exiting the stadium section. So he'll lose some spots. I think he'll fall to 7th. Oh, but he's having trouble firing it back up. So go to, I think, 9th. No, 8th. He's fallen to 8th.
Driving the 24 car for Sam Hunt.
Doesn't look like he has a ton of rear damage. He's still battling at the front now, using the bumper a little bit.
You two drivers that have combined for 6 road course wins in the Xfinity Series, and they have put on a show today. You know, sometimes you come to a road course and you feel like there could be separation. Someone gets it connected on a long run. Not today. Those two at the front have stayed together. Here's Bell.
Looks like his right rear guy is just on that sausage curve, just a little bit further left. He's following 2 cars. We'll listen here to see if we hear the gear from the back of the car slide, hop, squeal, what happens. A little bit, and that's what's so treacherous about that section. You alluded to, you're up on that curve, you're asking the car to brake at 2 different surfaces and undulations. That can get really tricky. Do you know how to spell undulations?
Undulation.
It would take too long. We don't have enough laps.
Yeah.
7 to go in the stage.
He can spell undulation, and he can run a 4.440.
I don't even know what that word means. I remember just somebody said it on a broadcast like 5 years ago, and they made a big deal about it. I think Dale Jr. said that. Undulation.
Right here with Bell, coming in 9th behind Sheldon Creed.
This dog guy is slow there.
Yeah. Really odd. We'll go there. Bell drives by.
Ooh, Allgaier's got an issue. Allgaier has an issue.
On the 7, Dylan, what's going on there?
He's got to come to pit road, yep. Allgaier has a transmission issue coming to pit road.
Champ, 3 wins this year, has won 3 times on the road, but mechanical issues early.
We watched this 7-car brand professional agriculture Chevy. You hear Jim Coleman there calling into the pits. A little bit of confusion by the team, not expecting anything like this. But as we go back to the 51 car, do you want to clean this up, Adam? I did call Clement's engines. They are Hendrick engines. That's something that I had celebrated as I raced against Jeremy. For years in my career, they ran their own engines. This year, have HMS under the hood.
But I would say it speaks to the growth of that team, right? I mean, you're right. Forever, we love the underdog story, the fact they build their own engines. But now, getting power from Hendrick, it just speaks to the steps that they've taken as a group to grow.
Such a shame because these road courses are a huge opportunity for Clements, the race team. Also for Justin Allgaier, a great road course racer there. Career that we tracked so far through the season for the 7. This one will hurt him.
And not just Justin, across the board, what Choosier Motorsports has done. Just been remarkable, the success that they have put out.
Has recovered a little bit of right front lockup here into 11. You know, Parker, you were asking me earlier, why is turn 11 so challenging? I don't have an answer for you. It seems like you're out of the S's. You've been part throttle a lot. Finally, out of turn 10, you're able to get wide open. Use all that runoff across the logos out there, driver's right. And it should be easy. It's a 3rd gear corner in the Cup car. I assume the same for these Xfinity cars. But, man, you just cannot get slowed down. And one little nuance as we see the 7 car go behind the wall.
Oh, Allgaier's going behind the wall. He's done. Well, it's a mechanical issue, so he can fix it and come back out, but his chances of winning or even having a good finish are definitely done. Oh, the 8's around.
I mean, Junior Motorsports teammates having it come part of the series. Allgaier to the garage. The 8 goes around.
Sammy Smith went around.
Combat out there today.
He was running 4th. These two have danced together before.
That's an opportunistic move there by Jesse Love. You know, you're there, sort of, but that's kind of his corner at that point.
I'm not going to get you to spell undulation, but I'd like you to define opportunistic move.
It means he was optimistic. That's what it means.
And I just love listening to the work going on behind the wheel.
Christopher Bell so careful down in the corner, turn 4, gets his rights on the apex, curving on the right side. A little bit of throttle touch, breaks traction, hits the 0-0.
Sammy Smith back to 10th. Coming to 4 laps to go. 20 is Brandon Jones. A great effort for Sage Karam in the 53. Seems like every time he shows up and runs on the road, he finds his way into the conversation.
This is so awesome for Joey Gates Racing and Sage Karam to be up at where he's been. He was fast in practice, great qualifying, to be up in the top 15 and could even start to flip this stage if they choose to stay out and have some serious stage points for that 53 team. That's really cool to see, Ross. So someone who has driven some cars like that, a little rub there on the right front. That's not always easy to do, to take a small team up front.
He didn't get there without some contact, but Sage does deliver speed. And every team
Sage Karam.
For the Xfinity Series, he does go between teams in the second half of the field wherever he can find an opportunity. Reminds me of you and me in our career. We just want to race, and he continues to elevate. Whatever car he gets in, it goes forward. Now, what we all have to try to learn is how to do it with less contact.
Suarez going for 13th. He makes the pass. What a drive from the back for driver 9. And with 4 to go on the stage, coming to 3. Good stuff seeing some drivers come down pit road if you want to flip the stage. Here are the leaders through the stadium section.
You think Marty got a hold of Connor on the radio finally and got him to calm down? Hey, it's not worth it. Clearly the 19 is not going to give anything to you. The 19 got this stage. You showed you could drive back up to him, or is the 88 having to nurse something inside of the car?
Well, we saw how loose he was at times. I really saw the slide over that race car quite often. I mean, I just have to wonder.
All right, so we got 3 to go on the stage. I expect the leaders to probably hit this lap.
Take a while to come back, and sometimes they don't come back. And you just have
Here
to
comes
slow
Bell.
down as we see Christopher Bell on pit road.
Likely a planned pit stop here to flip the stage. Bell is in, Dylan.
That's right. A couple of planned stops here for strategy. Start with Sheldon Creed in the 0-0, who's driven from 13 to 7 before he peeled off of pit road. Fairly happy with his race car all weekend. Still just getting the hang of this racetrack and figuring out what he needs from the car, but overall not too bad for the 0-0.
You just saw Christopher Bell there, although he moved camera shots, he was just locking up the front of the wheel, said it made it hard to turn, and then on that spin he said, I just overcorrected and lost it, Dylan.
I see Angel Suarez as well, who has continued to carve his way through the field. Happy with his race car.
Oh, trouble on pit road. Suarez. And who's the 26 Dean Thompson?
You know, these pit stalls don't have a lot of depth. And you know, you wouldn't think it would create a lot of problems because pit stops on a road course typically are so spread out. But right there, Thompson gets in right in front of the 9, and nothing Suarez can do. Wow.
Bad tire there. Bad situation here as the Sam Hunt team comes around with those 2 tires. Remember, guys, we're doing opposite pit stops. Very awkward for these races. This is my number 1 team on the 9 Quaker State car. My number 1 team, Mike Roberts, their front changer, pitting Daniel Suarez today.
19, race leader Ty Gibbs is in. He brings the 88 of Connor Zilich with him, Kim.
Yeah, no major complaints from Ty Gibbs, and that was...
Carson Quapple will take the lead and will probably end up winning the stage.
He just said, overall, it's pretty good. I've seen it getting going on fire off, so no major changes.
Gibbs and Zilich on pit road.
88 of Connor Zilich. He finally came on the radio after silence the majority of that stage and said, I'm just finding the ladder a little bit free, so slight adjustment there.
It's nice that these Mexican fans actually got to see a good show at this racetrack. Because usually, you know, the racing series that they see come here, not that great, you know.
Off the pit lane, Zilich now has the track position in front of Ty Gibbs. Now, right now, they're not racing for the lead because a number of drivers have stayed out to get...
Connor Zilich got by Ty Gibbs there. Ty Gibbs is going to try to get around him. This is the battle that will end up being the lead once everybody pits at the end of the stage.
Already locking up his right front tire. Cold tires coming off pit road. Low air pressure, Parker. Really tough to get going.
They're battling hard here.
But they're not going to.
And you saw Ty Gibbs weaving into turn 1, trying to work in those tires as quick as he could. He wants to get back in the 88 here. Yeah, normally when you come out of the pits in this sort of scenario, you sort of take it easy, take care of the car, and know you're going to flip the stage at the end and get it put time of track position. Not the case with these two.
So now that they've made their pit stops, it's cycled to Carson Quapple, who's obviously going to run and take the points. So is Jesse Love. So is the 54 of Taylor Gray. When you look at other drivers up there, I look at Nick Sanchez, who needs points. I look at Jeff Burton, who needs points. These are drivers that said, run it long, take the stage points, get a top 10 in stage 1, and then we'll get our pit work.
Yeah, for Andrew Overstreet, this #1 Bass Pro Shops team. Max points here if he can just.
All right, final lap of the stage.
Easy sailing for Carson. And Carson stayed out of all the stuff. His teammates are going everywhere, breaking things in the cars, spinning out, running into other people. This car, aside from that lap 1 contact, has been clean that we've seen as we've got a battle for second.
And I always like taking the points, especially if a team like Carson Quapple, who hasn't won a race yet, you're still on the position of a point's really going to matter. Take the offer right now, and you can go win a stage. You might do this twice today and still net a top 5 at the end of the day, and that's a massive points day. Those teams that take the risk of sticking the stages, they get nothing if they get split on the last lap.
Taylor Gray getting aggressive, and he's there in turn 4. And he gets by Love. That's for second on track, and that's an additional point. And Taylor Gray right now needs everything he can get in that category. They've had a lot of things go against them in the early part of his rookie campaign.
See how sideways they are? I wish I was out there. It's so cool. This track looks so fun.
It is, guys. It is. Low grip as we see Carson Quapple working into turn 11 with Taylor Gray, Jesse Love right behind to close.
See Carson Quapple coming around, and he will win the stage going off the final turn. And Carson Quapple will win stage 1 at Mexico.
This year, but he delivers in stage 1 this afternoon. Carson gets it done. Good points for Gray, Love, Austin Hill, and Nick Sanchez going to round out the top 5. Brandon Jones is there. Karen DiBenedetto, Jeff Burton, and Alex LeBay, the 10 drivers.
All right, so it was about a 24-minute green flag run there to end the stage. A little bit over. I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back for the start of the second stage.
Stage went in his pocket in Mexico City.
Ned's excited for his big date, but he's wondering,
what if a flaky plaque throws me off my game?
what if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. Otezla can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over a decade. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With clear skin, Ned's movie night could be a groovy night. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Scan to learn more.
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tahini?
What causes a curve? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
We just get one life.
Why not live in the moment with me?
You're gonna realize that I'm not what you want.
The CNY Central newsletter. The news you need in your inbox. A deeper dive just a click away. Start delivery now at cnycentral.com/sign-up.
Behold, the most refreshing refreshment the world has ever known. Right now, they're just $1.99. That's right, ice cold liquid elation for $1.99. So pass around the straws because your drink is waiting. Sip, sip, hooray. Get a small smoothie, frappe, or frozen Coca-Cola beverage for $1.99.
You need a roof that will stand up to our severe New York weather. Heavy rain, strong winds, snow and ice. Our Comfort Roofing System will. We understand how a roofing system works and give you peace of mind that will protect your home through every season.
Hi, Fritz Philly here. Our Comfort Roofing System uses top quality components from underlayments to shingles backed by a 50-year warranty.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit comfortwindows.com today.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. Most drivers have found their way to victory lane when the NASCAR Xfinity Series came to Mexico City from 2005 to 2008. Want to do race day right? Go to shop.cwtv.com to shop race day gear, grills, and more. Brought to you by Pit Boss Grills. Bigger, hotter, heavier. This right here, I mean, we've been to all the tracks. This is as good a fan scene. It
Pretty
is
cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. It looks like something it was like a hypothetical track, like a what do you call it in the video games? I know you're saying like a fantasy track. Sure. Yes. Yeah. No, it definitely feels that way. It's almost out of like movies, the movie Cars or something. It's just sort of like you're going to put grandstands surrounding this whole area, this racetrack. How's that going to work? But it does, and it's awesome, and it's such a cool effect down there when you watch the cars come through and you just realize the fans are all surrounding the cars like that.
I remember my reaction the first time I went to Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. I was like, wow, it's the real deal. And I had the exact same thought here. And anyway, the fans have been out, and it's been fun to see the celebration of NASCAR here in Mexico City, Carla.
Absolutely. And how about a little history lesson? The Autodromos Hermanos Rodriguez road course built in 1959, but it didn't get its unique name until 1973. If you know a little Spanish, you know Hermanos means brothers. Well, these are the two brothers that this track is named after. This is Ricardo and Pedro Rodriguez. They had a ton of success in a lot of different disciplines in motorsports, even had a brief involvement in NASCAR, but they got their name for being the best Mexican F1 drivers in the 1960s. They are truly motorsports legends here, and especially in open-wheel racing. And still, Adam, they're considered to be the heart and the soul of the country.
Yeah, it's wonderful, and so much a part of the history of Formula One in Mexico and overall racing here at this wonderful facility. And now we take a look at our Race Fit Health Report. It's all about Daniel Suarez, brought to you by Tree. I love that we always do this, right, every race, and we put the measurables up there, 5'9", 168. For a NASCAR driver, it seems a little bit crazy to me to do that, you know?
Well, you know him best, better than some of us probably. Is this right? This is. I would say this chicken rice and potatoes. He likes his sliced sauteed potatoes, and yeah, him and Julia all about the organic. I like the chicken and rice on race day. That's good. I had some broccoli. Yeah, some vegetables maybe, but not too many spices or sauces for me. Watermelon. Yeah, I like that too.
Just slid it right in there.
Thanks.
Hey, let's do our race break, brought to you by Safe Light, the auto glass experts. This one all about the guy we just showed, Daniel Suarez. So in qualifying, he goes into the barrier there in 11, has an anxious moment starting in the back in a backup car. Thomas Annunziata going around. Make their stop. Wow. That's a damage.
I could not figure out where the damage came from. Now, unfortunately, we know that timing line is something that's very odd, the white commitment line versus the yellow speed line. But guys, do you think that Safe Light would fix that practice car? I don't know. They would pretty well. Okay. Well, they would have done the glass portion. Okay. Yeah. Big issues here for the 35.
I think we broke a track bar down here.
Yes.
35's got a problem. Ruben Rovello.
Yeah, from Mexico City, 37 years old, has a Mexico Series title on his resume.
Oh, this would be a cool
26 career wins
idea.
Mexico
Put like
Series.
the drivers like flags next to their name, if that's
Guys,
possible.
whenever you think about
It might actually be kind of harder than I would think.
when NASCAR announced this race,
Does that involve adding images on there?
They're just going, asking anybody they know, how can I race in this race? And unfortunate end for him today.
Yeah, he finished third yesterday. And, a couple years ago, the NASCAR Mexico Series came to the LA Coliseum as a part of the Clash weekend. And I had a chance to be a part of that broadcast. And it was so cool to go in that garage, the NASCAR Mexico Series garage, knowing that's where Daniel Suarez came from. And to see so many folks like Ruben and Andres Perez and all of those that have competed throughout Mexico and now have made it on a very national stage. Progressive Pit Road is open. Scheduled stops here as we've ended stage one. First one in, Carson Quapple, our stage one winner. Here's Dylan Welch.
And let's talk about Jesse Love. The two teams still having radio issues. The front stretch is the only section of the track where he and crew chief Danny Stockman can communicate. Jesse's report on the car, he needs forward and lateral drive, tire change, track bar adjustment, and an air pressure change on the two.
As we see, that 54, that black and yellow 54 of Taylor Gray said fighting lateral a little bit free. Other than that, very good. Also in stage one winner, Carson Crapo, little free, track bar adjustment to help lateral.
They got a Brian Griffin pit road sign.
The race off Progressive Pit Road, and it's going to be the two of Jesse Love that gets a couple of positions. Quapple drops one, +3 for Brandon Jones. Taylor Gray went back to fourth. Austin Hill to fifth off the pit lane. A number of other drivers picking up spots. We'll reset the running order and begin stage two. When we return, you're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series from Mexico City.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular deaths too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
From local shops in Portland, Maine, to national garages in Portland, Oregon, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service are here to keep your business moving at full speed.
Baby back ribs. Where does it go? Nobody knows.
Okay, how did you do that?
Honey,
Have you seen a perfectly sauced rib?
just go back to the buffet. It's all you can eat.
But it was sauced perfectly.
I've always been an active person. Yoga is a big part of who I am. I love how it makes me feel. But not long ago, I felt I had to hang up this old yoga mat. You see, I have symptomatic obstructive HCM, which left me so short of breath. I felt like a bystander in my own life. So I talked to my cardiologist, and he prescribed Camzyos. He said it works by targeting what's causing my obstructive HCM.
Camzyos is used to treat adults with symptomatic obstructive HCM. Camzyos may improve your symptoms and ability to be active. Camzyos may cause serious side effects, including heart failure that can lead to death. a risk that's increased with a serious infection, irregular heartbeat, or with certain other medicines. Do not stop, start, or change medicines or dose without telling your doctor. You must have echocardiograms before and during treatment. Seek help if you have new or worsening heart failure symptoms. Camzyos is only available through a restricted program. Before taking Camzyos, tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and current or planned pregnancy.
With Camzyos reducing my symptoms, I've gone from sitting on the sidelines to being back in the game. My name is Stephanie, and this is my Camzyos moment. Call your cardiologist today and see if a Camzyos moment may be in your future too.
NASCAR on Prime's headed to Mexico City. Brand new road course for the Cup guys. I love it. Sounds like a track with my name all over it. Actually, it's called Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. This place is awesome. You said, man. Prima piñata, boys. This is ours. Hang on. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's show them what Prime is all about.
Stream Mexico City tomorrow.
NASCAR. It's on Prime.
Talk about passionate sports fans. We got them here in Mexico City. We've had the Olympics here, the World Cup, obviously Formula One, and NASCAR this weekend. Cup Series going to race at this circuit for the first time tomorrow, and the fans are out. And this was some questionable weather. We've had some sprinkles throughout the day. At times we've just had straight rain, but they're fighting through it. They wanted to be a part of this big NASCAR weekend. And this weekend continues Ford Driving for a Difference, presented by the Gene Haas Foundation. 5 members of the Ford family of drivers, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Freed, Harrison Burton, Kyle Sieg, and Ryan Sieg, are driving in honor of a charity that's important to them, earning points throughout the 4 races to raise money for the cause, with a total of $50,000 being donated with a total of 82 points. Sam Mayer continues to hold on to his lead in the standings, with Sheldon Freed not far behind. The challenge continues.
Allgaier on track.
Next week, so keep tuning in to
10 laps down.
Scan the QR code below to learn more and see how you could support these great causes. Really neat what Ford and Gene Haas Foundation are doing. Unfortunately, Sam Mayer, one of our pre-race favorites, had an issue and not having the day he's wanted. He's back in the 30th position. All told, at the end of it, 11 drivers flipped the stage, coming in, getting a pit stop before the stage had come to a close. Leading is Connor Zilic for the restart. He's in front of Ty Gibbs. And the reason, the exchange on pit road when they made that green flag stop.
Did this on pit road, beat him out right here, came in right behind him, maybe a little further back, but then was able to hold him off as well, down on those cold tires into 1 and 2 and 3.
Here's Connor Zilic radio.
If you can maintain the lead here, you had to work a lot harder. You used the rear tires up as all.
Driver reaction.
That's what he did.
Marty Lindley doesn't tell you anything but what he sees.
Yep.
That's why he has had so much success in his life.
He's a gem, isn't he? I mean, just such a fun guy to be around.
I'm going to work with him one day, and I've told him that. He's going to be our chief one day. All right. Somehow, somewhere.
And these two together
Go back
are
green.
dangerous in this series because he's got so much knowledge, and obviously behind the wheel, Connor Zilic is outstanding. So it looks just like the start of the race. Connor Zilic. Ty Gibbs. Pace car is in. We're ready for stage 2 in Mexico City.
Get ready to go back green. Green flag's back in the air at Mexico. Stage 2 is underway. I think lap 33 would be halfway.
A whole lot of bumpers being pushed together there. Nose to tail for Benny. Look at this. Daniel Suarez out of line. Restarted 7th from the back. He looks great. Ty Gibbs going in the wrong direction. 88 gets away with the lead from turn 3.
Ty door slams Suarez there as he slots in the 3rd. Excellent restart by Daniel Suarez.
How did Daniel do that? The Quaker State Chevy all the way up the 3rd with contact amongst a lot of cars, but relatively clean.
I would not have believed you could come from the back to the front. And I realize they played the strategy game. But you got to pass cars to even put yourself in that position. They have done it. And here they are running 3rd, and we're only 26 laps into this race.
That is so cool. And this is where Daniel will excel. Knowing him as my teammate in the Cup Series, now he's accomplished the hard part. Now he gets to go drive. It's racing. look at the back of Christopher Bell in a JRM car against a Sam Hunt Racing car with his teammate Connor Zones right out front.
Riding into the corner with Suarez.
We wondered if the draft would show up. You don't see it too much there, but now, where does he choose to break and go? Just overcooked it a little bit. That opened up the hole. Put him in the right place for turn 2 and 3. That's how you get the win. Excellent restart. Good patience.
It was, as we look back at our stage 1 winner, Carson Quapple, he restarted 7th row right side, 15. So that trade-off, right, guys, that we talk about, he's back in the middle of the field now, has not made much progress, actually lost a few spots coming back around. Lot of chaos back here around this one car, racing with Andres Perez.
That's the price you pay when you flip the stage, when you don't flip the stage. You take the points and then you lose the track position. A couple of other penalties, we need to mention there in that cycle of stops. Kyle Sieg over the wall too soon. 53 is Sage Karam. Talking about their day, got some fender damage. They had an uncontrolled tire when they made that pit stop moments ago.
The key here for Carson Quapple, Nick Sanchez, who are trying to now come back to the field after taking those points at the end of stage 1, is protecting that race car as much as making up spots. We say this often in these road course races in the Xfinity Series, but the worst thing you can do when you have a fast race car and you've taken those points is put a ton of damage onto that race car as you come back to the field. Naturally, you're going to get back there as Ty Gibbs looks to the inside of Daniel Suarez. Now be in the wrong position into the stadium section here. But you have the speed, you know, to get back there, so just take care of the car.
You know, Suarez has always been a big supporter of Ty Gibbs, but I've also heard Daniel say, you're either amigos or you're enemigos. I mean, Gibbs has got to be careful right here, you know?
As his teammate, I've been both. Okay, we've had our times where we've been both, but man, these fans love it with Daniel running up front. A lot of celebrations in the grandstands.
Suarez in 3rd.
There you see that front bumper caved in a bit from the damage that came when he ran in to the backside of Sammy Smith. And by the way, let's celebrate the 8 because they had the spin, and they too have worked their way back up into the top 5 as Suarez continues to try to hold off Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, for this 9 car, Corey Shea leading as the crew chief. Not quite as much pace as the 19. We've seen the 19 run with the 88. So for Daniel, this is his first time up here. Maybe they've made adjustments based on what he felt back in traffic. And from
around goes the 5.
Go around.
That's off a 3.
Waits for everybody to clear, and then he'll drive away. No major contact, so I think we'll stay green here. Only 2 cautions so far this afternoon. The early one, and then one to end the stage. Austin Green.
That's Chris Wright.
The 32 gets into the 5 of Chris Wright.
Got very tight there. Both drivers. It was most likely they were side by side enough to think that he kind of just was turned into him a little bit. That John Player special, beautiful scheme there for 5.
Connor Zillich, the race leader, 8 laps into stage 2.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Batman when you need Batman.
Stop, roll cat lady, time out.
42 is slow on track.
Thank you. Don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Hey, Dad, check this out. Baby back ribs. Where does it go? Nobody knows.
Okay, how did you do that?
42's around.
It was sauced perfectly. Will you just at least not do it to the other rib?
In the stadium section, looks like I'll get to pit road. Got a left rear flat.
How should I wash my dress? You should use a delicate cold cycle. Okay. Do I just put it in? Remember to turn it inside out to protect the sequins. Can I put it in a dryer? The icon on the tag says no.
Well, thank goodness I asked. They just saved date night.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every 8 apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
Vehicle breakdowns are costly.
They started making some really weird noises.
If your check engine light comes on tomorrow, the repair could easily cost thousands.
Is that transmission?
But with Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a costly repair again.
They covered a $14,000 engine replacement.
$1,400. Endurance paid it. Who's going to pay for your next car repair? You or Endurance?
Call right now to get $300 off any plan.
Safe Flat Repair.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Safe Flat Repair. But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Get it fixed now and pay later.
Yeah, maybe Alfredo having big trouble.
At SafeLight.com.
When you're going 200 miles per hour, total freedom. Hi, I'm Sonny.
You say he was old. He not that old.
Let's go get him.
Come on! You're crazy, bro.
I finished.
Yeah, in last place.
Sounds great when you say it.
F1 the movie, rated PG-13, in theaters and IMAX. June
42 around once again.
Welcome
Wait, no, that's no replay, sorry.
Welcome to fist bumping, cylinder thumping, pedals crunching. Some big hits right there. It's all or nothing for 26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW.
Closed captioning for this race brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. On board with Ryan Ellis. And you know, we were in break and we're like, this is going to be great because he's running 10.
Lag
But
much.
Unfortunately, ever since we sold it, he's kind of fallen back a little bit. Most recent to go by Sam Mayer, who had the early issue in turn 11.
He's been swallowed up by some of these cars that pitted under the stage. He actually flipped the stage, and they were just on a little newer tires, maybe a little faster cars than Ryan Ellis's car. But through all the travel issues he had getting here, yeah, absolutely. You know what? Good for him to be up there and just running it all.
Travel issues for the 71 car, for the driver, least of their worries. Mario Goslin had to load the car with the engine actually locked up. I talked to Mario. I drove for this team a couple years before going over to this year, thanks to acceptance insurance. But Mario Goslin, Brian Berry leads the two cars for the 71, the 91 that Andres Perez is his teammate in today. And as they got here, they
21
the motor
as a flat Austin Hill.
Yeah, problem for Austin Hill here.
Austin Hill is a right front.
We're under break. We saw that
Flat.
Frankie Alfredo as well. Kim, so what happened here for the 21?
Yeah, it was interesting because I heard about a crack in the left front fender from that team. I was not sure if they were talking about their car or somebody passing them. So we'll have to check in with the team, but definitely a tire issue on the right side for Austin Hill.
Yeah, I can see what they're referencing, sort of the pushed-in fender on the left front there, but we'll see what happened here. We had the 42 and 88.
42, Anthony Alfredo.
Oh, wow. Anthony
had a flat left rear. This is the car that crashed in practice, guys. They were ratchet strapping the front clip, trying to get it back for that Tyler Young-led team.
Unfortunately, the crash too had no brakes basically down into turn 4. They did the best they could to get that thing fixed. He had that flat tire. That's why he was being lapped. He obviously didn't realize the car was there. You know, not what Anthony does.
He had a run of top 15 finishes, and unfortunately, last few events have not gone their way. By the way, he's on standby as a backup driver for Alex Bowman, who's coming off that hard crash in Michigan last week. That's obviously for tomorrow's Cup race as we watch what happened here with Austin Hill.
The tire looked like it was already down. The splitter looked really low in turn 4.
Trying to figure out, was that the reaction or the cause?
I don't see a lot of damage on the fender. Some small. That's nothing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, Parker. But usually one flat spot leads to the same flat spot. It just keeps finding it. These Goodyear Eagles, I say it over and over, they have a memory. They definitely have a memory if you flat spot it.
We had the back and forth for third with Bell and Suarez. Bell has that spot now. 3 drift back and watch what's happening for 6. 00 is Sheldon Creed. The 18, William Sawalich. Carson Kvapil goes for a
Carson
ride.
Kvapil goes around.
And remember, he won the opening stage, but they had not made up as much ground as we thought they would after he made his pit stop.
That's the risk you pay, you run if you decide to go for points as you come back to the field, getting in altercations, getting spun out like that as we watch Nick Sanchez and Sam Maye's fight. Tooth and nail here down the front stretch. See if that side draft works, Sam Mayer. But really look at what happened to Carson Kvapil. We've seen this be an issue for, just over Cooks into turn 11 again. We've seen so many drivers. Muhlhoffen overcooked the entry there to turn 11. It's almost like if you get offline on the inside, there's just no grip for whatever reason. You see the rubber on the outside, but on the inside, Ross, it's like there's just no grip in that dust or something.
Yeah, I can't say why. I had my own issues in cup practice. Did not have issues in qualifying. Luckily, Joe Surgeon, my team, made my car stop very well. Too good, actually. I think that's where I lost the pole, was in the big brake zones. But good job by Dean Thompson to open his exit up for that 26 car for Sam Hunt Racing. The other Sam Hunt car on track and avoid getting spun out himself.
And one last thing, is it almost off camber there in turn 11 a bit? Is that what's happening to someone? Does it fall away from you, the track? I don't know. Okay, I can't speak. Can you go out there and measure real quick for me?
My iconometer could not tell it.
Got it. A lot of drivers inside the top 15 that have had some kind of problem today. You never give up at a road course. Your day might end well. We're seeing that already. Zilich leading Gibbs, Bell, Suarez, and Sammy Smith.
The love they showed me, it's why I pass it on, you know? Because it's the assists you don't see that make all the difference.
High performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Tajin chamoy sauce, that tangy taste explosion with a fruity kick, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to Tajin it?
It starts with Celsius. Feel I can feel good about it. I'm gonna need it. I'm training for life. From after-school pickups to meal prep to a 12-hour night shift. I don't have time to get ready. I've got to stay ready.
Dawn Patrol starts with a Celsius. I got a whole day to seize. First it's cardio, then it's a race against the clock. Refuel. I've got 48 to do in 24.
It's 4:49 a.m. Grab a Celsius, lock in. I've got a goal to hit and a deck to conquer. A party to be the life of and all the essential energy I need to do it.
So why can't we say we're the best home shopping site? Because while true, you just can't say that legally. So I can't say, Homes.com is the best. No.
What if we jumbled up the words?
Homes best is com.da. No. What if we said it in Spanish?
Homes.com es el mejor.
No.
What if we whispered it?
No. Fine. What if he said it?
Homes.com. It's the best.
Mr. Freeman, I'm sorry, but we can't say that.
Say what?
Homes.com is the best.
Aha.
Homes.com.
It's the best.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later. Only at safelight.com.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, she came out fighting. 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on, 5 different medications. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx, you can save you a lot of money. Save it that extra $200-300 a month. You do the math. The money we're able to save with using GoodRx, we're able to do all these extra activities. She can hit hard too for a little skinny thing. So it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
NASCAR on Prime's headed to Mexico City. Brand new road course for the Cup guys. I love it. Sounds like a track with my name all over it. Actually, it's called Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez.
We must be Walter boys to this zone.
Hang on. Let's show what Prime is all about.
Stream Mexico City tomorrow.
NASCAR, it's on Prime.
You're up for a race day and never miss a moment of Shady Rays. Scan the QR code to shop the latest Shady Ray styles on shop.cwtv.com. Shady Rays premium polarized sunglasses with lost and broken protection. Lose them or break them, we will replace them. 5 laps to go, stage 2, NASCAR Xfinity Series.
5 to go on the first stage. Or the second stage, sorry.
Everybody wants to celebrate in victory lane. Daniel Suarez from the back in a backup car has worked his way up to 4th and has really spent the entire part of stage 2 inside the top 5. Give us some observations as we ride on board with driver 9.
Well, as we're about halfway through the race, Adam, the brakes are the big question for this 9 group. Daniel did not like his brake pedal right away, lap 1 in practice. Corey Shea, the team had a chance to build this car, so what were they able to do? A lot of finesse now here through the S's as we leave turn 5 into 6. This is where road course racers, I feel like, Parker, make their money is with their footwork when you're part throttle, part brake.
Right, the mixing of the two and the hustle inside that race car that requires these sections of the racetrack. Just keep that car momentum moving forward. We mentioned it being a backup car. The hardest part for these teams when they go to a backup is all the interior stuff. Getting that situated for the driver. These backups aren't specific to one team anymore. Often the team has to put that driver's seat and pedals in. So hopefully he's comfortable there. But so far, looks smooth right there, by the way.
He does look smooth. Couple of courtesy brake pumps down into turn 11, making sure he had a full pedal. If we stay with him, we would see it in turn 1. One thing I can say about Daniel Suarez, and I don't
Got 4 to go on the stage. Wouldn't be surprised to see people start pitting soon.
To be how he likes it. There's no way he's going to take anything.
And that'll probably be their final pit stop.
We're giving a shout out to the crew because they did an unbelievable job of putting this backup car together. I want to give some love to our crew. The guys at BSI had to go over there, let the team do their work, and then they install these cameras so we have these great pictures. That's what it's all about. And as I'm on that, let's just salute everyone in NASCAR because the challenges of coming south of the border are huge. And we've seen it on the TV side, that everyone has rallied together to make this weekend a possibility. So we thank everybody for their hard work and dedication, long days and nights to make this product so special here today and obviously tomorrow.
I can tell you, Adam, I will be back to Mexico City, not for work, though, for vacation in the future. Going back to that 9 car, one thing I didn't like, Parker, I don't know if you saw it, but the travel, the distance his brake pedal was going down, that's what he told me about the issue in practice, and I did not like how far that thing was going down, just past halfway through the race.
Green flag pit stops, Kim.
Yeah, let's start with Carson Quappel there. The one car you see, chassis adjustment, he was reporting it is still free, so needs help on lateral.
On stage 1, elects the short pit in stage 2. Thomas Annunziata being pushed. That reminds me, 51 of Jeremy Clements back in the race. So is the 7 of Justin Allgaier. And did you see the crew? They're freaking out because they want to go.
Oh, the 24.
Problems for Christopher Bell.
Christopher Bell.
Earlier, and now he's coming down. A lot of smoke. Driving for Sam Hunt.
That looks like it's coming out of the tailpipes.
Oh, is he in a block?
Yeah, for Swalwich here.
Heads up by...
A lot of smoke for Bell.
Yeah, just pull it to the side. That's such a shame.
That's going to be it for him.
This might bring a caution.
Bell in that car.
Yeah, let's go down to Dillon.
You can bring a caution out. Caution that would end the stage.
The brakes again. Long pedal was his report. So Ross, I think you were right about that one. Suarez not entirely happy with the brakes. Also saw Jesse Love there into the right of the screen.
But I'm thinking about this. If it brings out a caution, these drivers are pitting now. This could be enormous for them because you likely are not going to be able to open pit road for everyone. We'll see how it cycles through, but a whole lot going on here, Kim.
Yeah, Christopher Bell came on the radio.
Track is still hot.
I
don't like that.
Coming on the radios, apologizing to his driver. Gainey had told me this morning this was absolutely the best car they had ever put together. They were here for a win, so huge disappointment.
No caution.
For what Sam Hunt Racing thought might be their first team win.
You know where he's sitting, and I'm not going to try to help officiate it, but I would have thought if there was going to be a caution, we would have seen one by now. We haven't, and here come the top 2. They flipped positions when they made stops last time when the 19 was leading. This time,
I mean, it's kind of out of the way. It's pretty much like Bell said he exploded. He has no power.
Each of those drivers, the big thing that Marty Lindley has been.
It's pretty much just like if he was in his pit
box. He had a conversation with Connor. He was afraid that Ty was going to bait Connor into overusing his rear tires. He has been reminding his driver to manage his stop as we're walking stops in tandem for both of those drivers. Left side tires going on. It's going to be 4 fresh Goodyear tires for both of those drivers. We'll see
Ty Gibbs in front of Zilish. They're going to come to the end of the straightaway. This is great.
The drivers are executing, and what will be the battle for the lead, Zilish and Gibbs continue to trade punches in Mexico City.
These two will not give each other an inch, Ross. It doesn't matter if it's on the track or on pit road or coming off pit road. They're going at it.
No tire lockups from either car, though, into turn one, Parker. That was key as these tires come up the temperatures, these Goodyear Eagles, to get into turn four here. Another chance to lock up. See if they do it.
Well,
Bell's out of the car.
Well, I thought he might sit there till the end of the stage. Yeah. Him getting out of the car concerns me a little
We are
bit,
past
but
halfway.
I think for NASCAR's point of view, you know, the way the pit road is here, the wall that wraps around, that car is kind of in a safe position to the right there behind some barriers, so it's sort of in a position where they can let the stage finish out.
The other thing I was gonna say,
Yeah, no, honestly, it really is just like if he was in this pit
I'm not
box.
saying someone couldn't come down with the pit lane closed, but you really lessen the chances that you're going to have some traffic.
Yeah, and with pit road closed, too. That's true.
First cycle, these guys do the short pit, flip the stage. It's Carson Quapple who gets the lead. Now it's Sammy Smith out front, another driver from Junior Motorsports that's in position to get a stage victory.
That's big for him. Has a win on the year, but to get that extra point for the playoffs, that playoff point for winning a stage would be big. And I was actually going to shout him out before we had the pit stops, running the 5th position. A really great run for Sammy Smith on a road course. I know he's not
Austin Hill around.
road course racers. We see Austin Hill spun around here at the.
It was turn four. I think he went off there in practice, did he not?
I don't think there's anywhere anyone has went off.
Okay, that's fair.
But nonetheless, I was going to say Sammy Smith has been really excelling today. It's been a really good performance by him.
Well, so is Taylor Gray.
He has. We saw the 54 racing with a 7 early on in the race. 7 falls out. But
This is the
Sammy
final
Smith,
lap
the
of the
guy
stage.
Has really changed his approach to his preparation this year. Left the WISE program and has went off on his own into another program up with Ricky Stenhouse and a group, and just wanted a kind of a reset. And I'm friends with him, and we train together. We still ride bikes together every now and then. I'll go use his cold plunge. He runs that cold plunge so cold, guys. It's miserable in there.
You're gonna have it.
Yeah,
no thanks.
But obviously a stage win here. Good points for this 8 Pilot Flying J Chevy.
A great year for Chevrolet. They continue to rack up the stage wins. Sammy Smith is going to get this one. By the way, Zilish and Gibbs.
Sammy Smith is going to come around
Top 10 at the end of the stage. Zilish is 9th right now.
on the front stretch.
Here he is, Sammy Smith, Junior.
And Sammy Smith wins stage 2 in Mexico City.
Carson Quapple, stage 2, Sammy Smith. Taylor Gray finishes 2nd in the stage, racking up some points this afternoon. Creed needs points and gets them. He is 3rd in the stage. Brandon Jones, Christian Eckes round out the top 5. Daniel Dye, another one of those drivers needing points. He delivers. Dean Thompson, Nick Sanchez are there. And you saw Zilish and Gibbs come through. And this is what we thought could have produced the caution. Ultimately, we're able to run to the end of the stage to get our 3rd caution of the afternoon. Suarez just driving in there. Well, brings it down. Is able to get out of the way of Sawalich.
So yeah, it was about a 34-minute green flag run, a little bit over.
This is the battle coming off under green. And this is why the 88 is out front. Connor Zilich's going to be in control as we begin the final stage from Mexico City. 2 high young drivers showing us what they've got.
Ned's excited for his big date, but he's wondering.
What if a flaky black throws me off my game?
What if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. Otezla can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over a decade. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With clear skin, Ned's movie night could be a groovy night. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Scan to learn more.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later, only at SafeLight.com.
For pain in multiple spots like here, here, or here, Salon Pass patches stick firmly and remove comfortably once your pain is gone. Salon Pass. It's good medicine.
Next weekend, a News Nation special. John Stossel, America's most outspoken libertarian, sounds off on the fight for freedom.
You need a chainsaw for this.
And whether the government's really looking out for you. John
So getting ready for the final
Give
stage.
Liberty. Next weekend, only on News Nation. Check your local listings.
Come find your ride. 2025 Harley-Davidson models are here with sleek design upgrades and cutting-edge electronics. Reimagined for an unbeatable riding experience. With redesigned controls, all-new LED lighting systems, improved braking, enhanced suspension, and rider-focused ergonomics. Built for the bold, we're taking the thrill of the open road to new heights. Schedule your test drive at Performance Harley-Davidson.
I would recommend that anybody use Comfort Windows. They treated us and our home with respect, and I appreciated that. The windows are so easy to clean, they simply tilt in. It's great.
Our windows at Comfort are handcrafted with attention to detail, are energy efficient, and easy to operate, making them the perfect window for your home.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. All from the name you know, the people you trust. Visit comfortwindows.com and schedule your free estimate today.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Subway. Get the meal of the day, a legendary 6-inch sub, chips, and a drink, only $6.99 at Subway. And by Credit One Bank, NASCAR American Express card. All set and ready to go. Final stage, Mexico City for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Racing here for the first time since 2008. This venue is just unbelievable.
It has not disappointed.
I mean, the racing has been amazing. It really has.
Been awesome.
Christopher Bell out of the race. Dylan?
Yeah, tough break and tough way to end it for the Sam Hunt Racing 24 team. Any indication that anything was going wrong before it all did go wrong?
No, and let it be known that I did not miss a shift with the Ace pattern. So I was worried about that coming in, but no, I don't know, just let go. They're getting into the stadium section, so it's a bummer. It's obviously it was going to be a really good run for the Sam Hunt Racing group, and yeah, I thought our car did some things really well, and some things it needed to be a little bit better. Clearly, the 88 and the 19 are the cost of the field, but it seemed like we were the best of the rest.
That's Christopher.
That was hilarious, I thought. Actually, I mean, with that little smile, just a quick reminder.
Well, what has Ross been telling us?
It's
He's
right.
between those two gearboxes.
Yeah, it's tough, and he didn't want any questions going into tonight. He answered it for his Cup team and everybody at Toyota and everybody listening.
Let's go back and listen, go on board and listen in with Bell.
He is on board.
It's already down, guys. It was already down there into 11. He knew the smoke and everything really starts to destruct right through here. He's just trying to get out of the way, hoping you don't drop a lot of oil and parts and pieces out the bottom.
Yeah, that thing sounded really sick, even as he went into 11.
Hey, I know there's a little bit of a selfish element to a Cup driver wanting to race on Saturday, especially here. But I love seeing Bell and these guys come and do this. It's so awesome. Getting ready for pit stops here as we end the stage. First, let's check in with Carla.
Yeah, Adam, what a cool venue this is here, right? 110,000 seats all across the road course. But this area has to be the most special, right? The stadium view where a majority of those seats are, and where fans can really see turns 12 and 13 really well. You've got seating down there for concessions. One thing I wasn't really expecting, all of the fans that are lining the fence down there, trying to get as close to the action as possible. But yes, the stadium section is really that area that gives you that F1 international feel, Adam.
It really does. And you know, when you come here, and you guys kind of talked about this earlier, and just manufacturing your own track, right, with imagination. That's almost what this place feels like, especially that stadium area. It just doesn't seem real when you look at that bowl that's created around the race cars as they come from 11 over to 14.
And when you're flying in here, it's in the heart of the city. You see it when you're flying into the airport and realize, like, we are damn near the center of this city right now, where this racetrack is. It's, you know, just normal houses and buildings right around it, and suddenly there's a racetrack that pops up for us.
And now we take a look at the race fit health report for Daniel Suarez, brought to you by Brez Tree.
All right, once again, you're the closest. Can we test all this? We can. I see him working out on Instagram all the time. It's pretty impressive.
Yes, him and Julia do document a lot more than I do. Oh, gosh. Well, Dan Jansen in the background, that's the real hero here of our group. This picture's a little bit older, but yeah, look, we're about 20 pounds apart, maybe 15 right now. I've caught up a little bit. And we just kind of fluctuate together, and we're always pushing each other in the gym. He is the most like-me teammate that I've ever had.
How about Chevrolet has won 25 of the 30 stages this year. And Junior Motorsports, who's been in control of this race, is going for their 4th consecutive win on a road course. And Chevy is a group that won the last 9 on the road. So they continue to build on their success. This stops when we return.
Ned's excited for his big date, but he's wondering.
What if a flaky black throws me off my game?
What if Ned knew he could treat differently?
Otezla is the #1 prescribed pill to treat plaque psoriasis. Otezla can help you get clearer skin and reduce itching and flaking. Doctors have been prescribing Otezla for over a decade. Don't use Otezla if you're allergic to it. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Severe diarrhea, nausea or vomiting, depression, suicidal thoughts, or weight loss can happen. Tell your doctor if any of these occur and if you have a history of depression or suicidal thoughts.
With clear skin, Ned's movie night could be a groovy night. Live in the moment. Ask your doctor about Otezla. Scan to learn more.
We're here. Progressive's accident response detected an accident and sent for help.
Did we beat him? Where's Superman?
Saving the world, maybe?
So we did it!
Yeah, I don't think car insurance is really his thing. Not with us around.
Yeah, I already called a tow truck and started your claim.
I guess not all heroes wear capes.
Yep, some wear tummy capes.
Ooh, what? Don't say things like that out loud.
Wow.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Bipolar 1 can overwhelm your mind. Sometimes depressive lows and unpredictable highs can make it hard to get out of your head. Finding relief may help you break through. Ask about Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms.
Vraylar isn't approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar. Breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
Echo Park Speedway is built for battles. High speeds, tight packs, dramatic finishes. It's a place for maximum fun, pure exhilaration.
What's up,
Raw
Daniel
emotion,
Barry?
Best experience with your crew. It's the same track you love, now under the lights, where every moment feels bigger. Experience the Quaker State 400, available at Walmart, Saturday, June 28th. Under the lights in Atlanta. Get your tickets now at EchoParkSpeedway.com.
Had to clean up some areas there on pit road, but that's all done. That's the reason for the delay as we now anticipate pit stops. And, you know, fuel, a little bit of a question mark. All these extra laps may help some people when it comes to the old fuel gauge. Progressive pit road is open. Sandy Smith and others heading down. Dylan?
Sheldon Creed, who will pit from third, has been struggling with the same thing all race, and that is lacking rear and lateral grip. And it gets worse the longer they go. So made a couple adjustments in the end of stage one. Expect a few more here. 4 tires and fuel for the 0-0, Ken.
Sammy Smith, that stage winner, he said the car was good. The front grip was better that time, but the brakes suck, he said. That pedal going long, Richie Phillips reminding him, cool him down as much as you can. Also, and we have the 54 of Taylor Gray. He was reporting overall good. The biggest complaint he's had today was a tick-free lateral. Their goal was stage points. He's earned the most here today.
Taylor Gray wins the race off Progressive Pit Road, jumps in front of Sammy Smith. Now, a reminder, this is not for the lead, because some of those drivers that had made pit stops under green flip the stage. They will cycle to the front. Jesse Love among those that got a speeding penalty earlier when he made his pit stop. The gorgeous Mexico City hosting NASCAR this weekend.
Whether Dad's vehicle is his prized possession or the family hauler, he needs to protect it. This Father's Day, give him the gift of WeatherTech. From laser-measured floor liners and cargo liner to keep his interior pristine, to seat protector to guard against stains, and sunshade to block harmful UV rays. The Cup phone perfectly secures his phone while driving. Order these American-made products or a gift card at WT.com. Happy Father's Day.
Looks like we've told people Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. For the last time. Huh. Shallow. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Safe like repair. Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Safe Light Replace. But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and we can come to you. Sick. Our highly trained techs can replace your windshield where you are, even if that's right in your driveway. Have a good day. I love you. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later only at safelight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace. Woo! Cause no one can do it like we do it, like we do it, like we do it. We got the right stuff. We put the hammer right down. Wanna be like us? Just stick around. If you want it, you gotta prove it.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salts, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini?
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Bottom is confidence, clean, it's get free. Drop your pants and show off your Dude Wipes clean undies.
Switch to Dude Wipes, the wet, flushable wipe that clears instead of smears. Dude Wipes, best clean, hands down.
The impetus for Element was just a recognition that my health was impacted by inadequate electrolytes. There was nothing on the market that met the needs. It tended to be super high in sugar, woefully inadequate in sodium. When I finally did get my electrolytes on point, it was like a light switch.
We're going to have less than 20 to go when we go green.
Of health journeys. I hope Element can be just as meaningful for you.
New to Toyota Gazoo Racing, there are a lot of unofficial rules. Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the grass. When you win, be humble. And you know what they say, rules are made to be broken. You in?
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Tahini. What's your way to Tahini it? And by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Getting ready for the final stage here in Mexico City. A reminder tonight, the AVP League rolls on as the best on the sand head to Miami. Live from South Beach, the AVP League from Miami tonight. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on the CW. Bump, set, spike. Fans enjoying the day. Let's talk brakes. We knew coming in it could be a thing, but you guys are really noticing what role it's playing in today's race.
You don't want to bump them. Or set them or spike them.
Right, yeah.
All right, get ready to go back green.
But listen, we've heard a lot about brake issues
Gonna be,
here today.
I think,
Mercedes
19 to
Smith,
go.
Most recent pit stop saying they weren't working. This reminds me so much, Ross, of 2023 Road America. We went there on a repaint. The pace was way faster than we anticipated. We were using way more brake, and the way we design these braking systems now, you go as hard as you can, super aggressive pads. Well, in that race, very quickly became a race of attrition. You noticed that you were running out of brakes, people were having issues, and by the end of it, everyone who even finished, I finished second, there was no pad left on those brakes. I think for a lot of these drivers, they're experiencing some of the first times where they have to simply just try and take care of those brakes as opposed to doing it as hard as you can.
What about Nick Sanchez and brakes, Kim?
Yeah, so we talked about Sammy Smith. Nick Sanchez also having brake issues before this last stop came on set. He's losing brakes in some of those heavier braking zones. So turn 1, 4, and 11 having to pump in, just overheating slightly.
And, you know, he's one of those drivers that came in right around the playoff cut line. And I look at points as they run, which is a dangerous game. But now that we're into the final stage, it makes a whole lot more sense. Harrison Burton's not had a great day, but they flipped the stage. They've helped their track position. He's +6. Ryan Sieg has dropped down to +3. And the aforementioned Nick Sanchez is -3. Great day for Taylor Gray. He's -12. Let's get some team.
All right, getting ready to go back green.
When you're going down there into turn 11, if you happen to be on his bumper, if you pull out of line, his spotter can't tell, so you might be able to use that to your advantage if you need to.
Turn 11 has been a hot spot for everyone. He's saying basically that you could trick him.
Turn 11's so easy by yourself. Let's go through there side by side, Parker. That'll help things.
All right.
Good advice.
Here we go.
Look at William Sawalich, second row. Had that damage early, and I'm like, oh, here we go again. But he's recovered. As I've said many times, never give up at a road course.
But keep an eye on that 9 car.
Green flag. The final stage is underway.
Restart, final stage. Silich and Gibbs up there. Suarez not far behind. Here we go once again in Mexico City.
That 9 car got against the 19 early and just walked with them, almost pushing the 19 through the restart zone.
He's been tucked up behind him this whole way. Now he pops out into the braking zone. They're 3 wide for the lead. Oh, this is going to be tight.
Oh, shit. Around goes Zilich. He gets saved, but he's going to lose a bunch of spots. And Sammy Smith around. Wow. And then Zilich loses a bunch more spots. Caution. Oh, wow. Big crash. Jesus Christ. Oh, wow. Ty Gibbs involved.
Absolute chaos.
Fucking chaos.
Keep an eye on the 9. He was aggressive, but he wasn't the aggressor. He was just trying to put 3 cars into one space.
And really, look, I'm biased, but I do think that the 88 went way to the inside in turn 1, trying to give everybody as much room, and that ultimately got him in more trouble as we see his chance of winning today gone.
Wow. There's a lot to unpack.
Now you got flat tires.
And how did the 19 crash in turn 3? Exactly. There was a whole secondary crash, guys, that we didn't even see as we watched Daniel Suarez.
So that was about a 34-second green flag run.
Just wasn't quite big enough for this
A lot just happened there.
A little bit of wheel hop out of the 19 early. You see the 88.
So much.
Then get into the 18. Falls right in the lap of William Sawalich.
Keep an eye on the 1 and the 19. They hit each other. That's what forces them into the outside wall. And then the field runs in the back of this. That's Parker Retzloff in the back of the 19. Destroys the front of that 4 car.
Jesus.
They've had a tough weekend. Oh, and I think you're so right, Ross. Connor tried to pinch off the entry, hits that inside curbing, almost like the turtle curb and sausage curb, and it forced the car out into the 19, and then chaos ensued.
After the 19 hit, the 88 hits the 19, then he gets into the 9. A lot of contact between the 19 and maybe he had a left front down. I don't want to assume that pushed him straight into the 1 car in turn 3.
That's a good point. For all this contact, definitely could have damage in the 19 there.
William Sawalich lands right in his lap. Adam, you teed it up coming to the green. He did such a good job to recover for that Starkey Toyota, and it falls right in his lap, the 88 car.
Daniel Dye, one of those drivers getting through. Saw Jeb Burton there trying to sneak through.
This camera work is amazing, guys. These angles from all these different heights to get these pictures.
Oh, that's such a hard shot. And you just know that's so inviting for Connor Zilich in that position to want to go to the inside and be there. Oh, you can see the tire go down on the 19. Great call into the 1, which causes that second wreck.
Taylor Gray comes sliding through. You think about the day they've had. And this is really the first time that I've seen the grass and how wet it is play much of a role. The debris getting picked up on the track. On onboard restart with Suarez from that outside lane.
Look at the focus in his eyes, guys. Now watch his eyes start to get to the right as we're getting to turn one, down the first gear. They get a little bit wider, checking his mirror, realize he's got a gap. So it felt like, hey, that's everyone else's problem now. Really excellent restart by Daniel Suarez. Pushed out Ty Gibbs perfectly. Like you said, it got right to his rear bumper and bump drafted all the way down the straight. Popped out the right time. Hit the braking point correctly. He's pretty good at this stuff.
Look at the fans reacting to Daniel Suarez from the back to the front to take over the top spot.
You could hear it here. I think it came through the commentary box a little bit here in the front
Yeah,
stretch.
it's beautiful.
A sudden cheer when that 9 car got to the lead. He's been a monster on restarts. He showed it once again. It's pretty good down there.
Well, you know, Gibbs and Zillage have combined to lead 35 of our 47 laps. And that really doesn't tell the story because they gave up the lead some, right, to come down and make those green flag pit stops to flip the stage. They have been the dominant cars. But it almost felt inevitable. Eventually, something was going to go bad on one of these restarts.
Well, guys, let's look ahead as those cars are on pit road fixing damage. We'll see if they can work their way back up. But we've got a new whole group of cars as the crowd continues to go crazy for Daniel Suarez.
That was a funny restart.
Let's listen to this.
I have to pee.
You love to see it. It's awesome. I'd love to see this country rally around Daniel Suarez, a guy that went to America to try to make a career in NASCAR. It's what he wanted, kart racer.
Suarez out front in Mexico City. And some drivers behind him that haven't been at the front all day long. A full reset when we return on the CW.
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
Tahini, the irresistible blend of mild chilies, lime, and sea salt, is perfect for adding flavor your way. What's your way to tahini it?
Sadly, windshield chips can turn into windshield cracks. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Sweet.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home. With flexible payment options, get it fixed now and pay later. Only at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Repair. Caitlin Clark from the logo.
You know, life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow me to assist.
Pickles. It worked. Now that's a tomato. Sheboygan.
The answer is Sheboygan.
The match. P-E-Z-O-L. Bottom row.
From the logo. State Farm with the assist.
Bring the heat with Blue Chew. Speak with a licensed medical provider at BlueChew.com to find out if Blue Chew is right for you.
Ooh, baby back ribs, saucy.
Tender guy. Hot.
Don't you just love that you can take it all home?
How'd you like to take me?
Well, we did drive here together.
Come on, let's weigh and pay and go home.
At Napa, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you need us, with every part you need. From brake pads to stock your shop in Orange County, California, to oil filters for your fleet in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of parts and exceptional service, all driven by one mission: to keep businesses big, small, and everything in between moving full speed ahead.
You founded your kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
There's a place no map will show you where GR cars turn into full-blown track beasts.
Every apex we nailed, every second we shaved, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. You in?
We've hit the summer stretch in NASCAR. We've got a great collection of tracks today in Mexico City. Next Saturday, racing in Pocono, 3 p.m. Eastern Time with NASCAR Countdown Live. Always look forward to getting up to Long Pond, Pennsylvania. Jamie Mack going to be back with us, and Ryan Blaney, who's so good at Pocono.
Now, when I'll be live for next week's Cup race, as I will be in Pocono, but I'll be live for the Xfinity race.
In a couple of weeks' time at Atlanta. AJ on the road course, on the street course, I should say, in Chicago. Bell will be with us. Denny Hamlin.
Pretty sure.
Kyle Larson wraps our summer of fun in Indianapolis.
I'll be back in the 9-car at Dover, guys. How many nice things do you think Denny will say about me?
Well,
he's been kinder lately on the podcast. Yeah.
Hey, look. Let's get an update from Carla here as we await the restart.
Yeah, Adam, I'm really trying to give you a feel for what is all here at the track. And I'm here at a taco bar because we know how important food is for any culture. But the taco at the top of the pyramid here in Mexico, I was given the brief rundown here of tacos, Tarantados. I had to practice saying that restaurant name. But yeah, it's a taco bar, and it is a lot different apparently. The tacos in Mexico City are apparently considered street food, but this one is based out of Monterrey, Mexico, where it's really a work of art. You can see they're working on the trompo back there with cooking black pork, and I haven't tasted it yet, Adam, but I can tell you it smells phenomenal. There's been a line constantly all day, and they're resetting all of their ingredients right now to welcome some more fans here.
You didn't use your TV privileges to cut the line, did you, Carla? Please tell me no.
I didn't, but I probably should have.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, they have the race on to the right there. See that?
And I'll say this, the food here is a great separator. I mean, it's amazing, the food. Not just here at the track, but all around the city.
And I can attest to that taco bar that's right down in front of the Cup Series garage by the media center where Carla's at. And Carla, I was there I was just looking at my watch 6.5 hours ago. It opened at 10 a.m. The one team, we were in line at 9:58, ready for our tacos.
So well planned.
It is as good as she says.
Absolutely. Hey, and with that, let's go to the buffet and get our golden moment brought to you by Golden Corral. And it's been the biggest impact we've seen in this race of the day, literally and figuratively, crashing into turn one on the restart.
Just 3 cars trying to go into space for one, basically. An opportunistic move there by a couple drivers. Aggressive move. Dale Swartz gets the lead, but Connor Zilch, the big loser in this. And Ty Gibbs, who went from fighting for the lead for the majority of this race to both having torn up cars on pit road.
In all, there were 13 cars involved in that crash, and now we reset what's happening up front. When we talk about Suarez getting the lead, but look behind him. Christian Eckes is running second, and Taylor Gray has scored a bunch of points today, second in both stages, so that's 18 stage points. If they can stay up here, finish, ultimately win the race, this would just be an incredible day. 2 rookies really showing off what they've got.
And for that 16 team of Christian Eckes, they need this desperately. They've had such a tough start to this season. They just can't seem to get anything going their way. This would be absolutely massive. Let's take a listen to their radio.
We are concentrating on a top 5, so we got to keep our fingers clean and all that. That is not a guy you want to make contact with on the front row here, just so you know. Just so keep that in mind. We are...
And just want to give credit, as you said, Parker, to this group. They had a left front brake line that was kinked this morning in practice, which, as you and I saw, kind of made the car pretty unpredictable for Christian. So he said he felt like if he could put a decent lap together, the car had speed and felt okay, but the brakes were just presenting an obvious problem. So this is a much-needed, good run. He had their best run of the year at COTA earlier this year, so expected big things out of them, but off to a good start here and just trying to finish it off with 15 to go for Eckes.
I'm counting 6 rookies inside the top 10. That is an
sounds like a good
number.
recipe for a fun restart here. It's not like that corner's real slow after a fast straightaway.
And we'll have it for you when we roll on. NASCAR making a trip to Mexico City. And so far, it's been a fantastic weekend.
Ready for liftoff? You will be. With Blue Chew, your confidence takes flight. It's not just a boost, it's a whole new attitude. Blue Chew is out of this world.
This is the one.
She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You want high-performance, long-lasting, affordable tools. You want Harbor Freight tools. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight. Save even more at our parking lot sale going on now.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Did you bring it?
Closed captioning for this race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. Ryan Ellis back out on track after spending some time in the garage. In case you're wondering, Connor Zilic is shown 25th as you start thinking about where some of these
All right,
guys
get ready to go back green.
trying to come back through the field. Gibbs is back there behind him. Quapple back there. Creed, Mayer. Some of those headliners that were involved in that crash that brought out our fourth caution of the day. We've cleaned it up. We're ready for the restart.
And now Daniel Suarez is in a position he has not been all day. That is the control car and the leader here for the restart. He's been awesome from the couple rows back. What does he do here as the leader, Ross?
He gets to choose when he launches. He gets
All right.
to watch this
Case
restart
goes off.
very late, a little different than what
And
we thought it was going to be. Daniel Suarez, the number 9 Quaker State Chevy, has control.
We are back green.
The rest of the way. Green flag in the air. 14 to go at Mexico City. And here comes the native of Monterey trying to take control of this race.
A lot more distance between cars, Parker. A lot of different cars up front that haven't been in these front 2 and 3 rows as we fan out down in turn 1.
Yeah, the leaders had a big gap to row 2.
There you go.
Gives them a good separation as we see 3 wide behind them. This is where it gets tight.
Harrison Burton making a play in the 25. They needed a rally late, and they're getting it. William Sawalich there in the 18. That bright orange 48, Nick Sanchez. A couple of rookies having great days. But it's the 2016 champion out front. Here's Suarez to turn 4. Oh, Brandon Jones starting to slide a little bit.
Rossi Hill trying to make up some moves there, making some ground to the inside of turn 4. Definitely kept it a lot cleaner than some of the other restarts we've seen. You mentioned, Ross, a lot of different players up at the front. I think a lot of cars very content to be up there.
Look at a guy like Christian Eckes in that 16 car, that Celsius Chevy. It looks like we all remember A.J. Allmendinger driving this car for the last several years. So, as a driver, you want to do what A.J. did, and I'm sure that A.J. has worked with him. I'm sure that that team has tried to teach Christian how these Xfinity cars go fast on these road courses because College Racing has had so much success with Matt Collins since he's came into the sport. Super Speedways early were where they got their wins, and then here came the road course reign of A.J. Allmendinger for that team.
They definitely have, and Christian Eckes works incredibly hard. The team tells me they've had him at the shop so often, sometimes they have to tell him to leave, basically, and how much time he spends on the sim. He wants this. They've had such a tough start, but his only top 5 this year came in Truck of the Americas, a road course, so here he is once again in the top 5.
Let's get a report on Brandon Jones. Dylan.
And we'll give you the Toyota driver update on the 20 cars. He peels out of line here. Talked with crew chief Sam McCauley earlier this morning. He said a top 10 and good stage points is a really, really good day for us. They're on pace to do that right now. He scored the second most stage points of anybody and running inside the top 10 in 9th right now. Sam gave a lot of credit to Brandon, said he's as good as he's never been on road courses. He's worked really hard in the sim, and he admits he still has some room to grow. Brandon admits that, but this is as good of a run as we've seen from him on the road course, doing a nice job running 9th right now.
Brandon snapping that long winless streak a couple of months ago at Darlington. Joe Gibbs Racing in 2025 after spending some time at Junior Motorsports.
Nick Sanchez got around Harrison Burton there in front to fourth as we watch these two battle for second. Chris Neckis and Taylor Gray. I think Taylor might have a little faster race car. He's been up front a little more often than Chris Neckis in this race.
Clear.
You know, if you're Taylor Gray, you just want to get to the finish line. How many times have we seen this car top 10 in position for a great run and something goes wrong late? You hope it doesn't happen here.
So Suarez leading with 13 to go.
Looking at Daniel Suarez leading, the fans are still going crazy down the front stretch. Every time he comes by, they all stand up. Mexican flags in the air, fist pumping him. It's an amazing sight to see with that 9 car out front.
Had the points in there in the bumper.
Crazy.
See how just how tight it is at the cut line. So many drivers inside the top 10 that have a major impact on their future. When you talk about points with where they finish here today, this battle continues great for the runner-up spot. It's happening over 2 seconds behind race leader Daniel Suarez.
About 12 laps to go. As fans you mentioned, would love to see this race just continue on green with this gap that Daniel Suarez is building here in second and third. He'd love to see this side-by-side into turn 4. Taylor Gray with a late lunge to the driver's right to get that position on Christian Neckis. Christian does not put up much of a fight.
Well, if you're Christian, as much as you want to maintain that spot, you also don't want to throw away what's the best day you've had in quite some time, right?
100%. This team, they just need solid days, solid finishes, something to turn it around. It was looking like it was maybe going to have an okay day coming together in Nashville. They got involved in that wreck on the restart, took off the front of the race car, and it just seems like anything that can go wrong will go wrong for the 16 teams. We see Austin Hill got ahead of Nick Sanchez there in the fourth.
Wasn't Austin Hill spun out in turn 4?
About a lap down.
Almost a lap down, a flat tire earlier. He's in 4th place now.
I'm telling you what, he's a really good road racer. Maybe the most underrated in the series. And did you see back not too far behind him?
Yep.
88 Connor Zillich starting to make a splash. He's inside the top 12. I mean, it's just incredible. If you look, since the last restart, you see our biggest movers, plus 14 for Zillich. We mentioned Hill plus 10, Mayer up 10, Creed up 10. All of these drivers, most of them, were involved in that crash that we had on that restart. And still, a lot of time remaining with 11 to go. That's an eternity here.
I was going to say, I may have mentioned 12 laps to go before Daniel Suarez leading. That's on a couple of laps as Jesse Love gets a little wheel hop there into turn 1. But on a road course, as you mentioned, that's a ton of laps, a ton of time for Connor Zillich to come to the field here as he's ripping through right now.
Well, and maybe driving angry a little bit, a little added motivation after what happened on that restart.
You ever driven?
Me? Yeah. Me? You don't have to answer that question.
Yes, I've driven angry. Sometimes it's better as long as the guy or girl I'm angry at is not right around.
You ever been angry at me?
Yes. Yeah.
Sheldon's in 21st.
There we go. That's settled. We hashed it out.
Ty Gibbons in
If drivers
23rd.
would have those conversations more and not a text, it would probably make things a whole lot better.
Yeah. We've had the best over beers.
Driver confessions on the CW. Here's Suarez into the stadium section.
He's got to find a little speed in that thing right now because Taylor Gray has cut into that lead a little bit here. A couple tenths. Could just be managing that car right now. We know he's been struggling with the brakes in the 9, maybe just trying to take care of clean air. He is a veteran of this.
The advantage was 2.3, down now to a second and a half. It fluctuates a little bit, as you said, as they move around this track.
One thing, guys, just totally not even involved with the racing, but I notice every time we look in the grandstands that they do so great here in Mexico. Went to Lucha Libre last night, local wrestling event in town. They were bringing more snacks and drinks by than I've ever seen in a venue, a sporting venue. And I see it out here in the grandstands. These workers walking up and down with all kinds of snacks and lots of cerveza.
Austin Hill looking for third. Chevy teammate there.
Ross and I were talking before the race, and you asked me who looked strong out there, and I said, pointed to the 21 car of Austin Hill and said, I think if he can be there late. With the positive turn he wants these cars, the amount of grip on this track. Keep an eye on the 21. Sure enough, here he is.
And this battle is big because this weekend here in Mexico City, we're going to do a podium at the end. And you
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The podium. Austin Hill working over Eckes for the final spot. 9 laps to go next time around. Here's Eckes into the corner, loses third as Hill slides by.
To the 21 who's decent, no one else better. VU. Don't focus on nothing else.
16 radio there for Christian Eckes, just trying to table expectations for Christian. Really clean cars, kept that Celsius Chevy very clean. The team is on him to not let them get spun out or taken out of this race late. A battle of the welcome teams here, Parker, really.
Yes.
The 21, 16, 48, all on campus there at RCR.
And now you can see, not too far behind them, up to 9th, Connor Zilich, fastest car on the track. The 88 is just absolutely mowing them down since the restart. Plus 17.
I think if you're Connor Zilich, you want these next two cars. You want the 25 and the 20, and then you want a caution. It's a big gap up to the leader. You want to get this one and one more for Greedy, and then we need a reset.
It's Harrison Burton to put him up.
Bad lag.
Off the turn 4 through the S's. He's got Brandon Jones in his sights.
Looking at that car, it's so reminiscent of his winning car in Coda. Absolutely destroyed. Every panel bent on it. And his crew chief, Marty Lindley, told me today, he asked them specifically not to do that exact thing. We've got the speed, we know we have the car. Let's just take care of it. Now he's already done that already, so now you just got to get with it. We'll find a way up there. I don't know if Connor was even alive or remembers it, but he looks like a Transformer from the movies. He kind of looks like one of the Autobots or whatever they were called.
You know, we talk about his ability as a road racer, and he's outstanding in his record in the Xfinity Series, undefeated, 2-0, winning both races from the pole. You know, what really stood out to me is when he went to Circuit of the Americas and made his Cup debut. Spins early, and then drives all the way back through. Ultimately crashed out, didn't finish. But that day, racing against NASCAR,
Nothing new, yeah.
Major statement of
You're
how
right.
talented he is. 2016 Thompson 2, Jesse Love racing for 10th.
That's a really solid run for Dean Thompson. 2016 continues to just have really solid days. He might get a little altercation here. Oh, the two-car misses turn 3. Sammy Smith and 26 get together.
Jet Burton able to take advantage in that exchange. Zilich still working on Brandon Jones.
See the two-car pull to driver's right, waving. Not sure if he was going to let him go. Oh, he runs him off at turn 4.
Hey, these two have been together a couple of times today.
And that really hurt the 8 of Sammy Smith to go off in the grass there down in turn 4. Lost a ton of time.
Hey, you know, Harrison, we talked about Jet Burton being inside the top 10. His teammate Austin Green making a late push in the 32 for Jordan Anderson Racing.
Jet was kind of the big recipient of all those altercations. So thank you guys. I'll take these spots and move on.
It's plus 19 above the cut line. As we hit the final portion of this race, going to be 7 laps to go when they come out of the stadium section back to the front straightaway. Zilich is kind of stalled out here. Got the Brandon Jones, can't get by the 20. Suarez coming up on the lap car of Anthony Alfredo. In the lead now just over a second, and there goes...
Oh, caution.
And we have a caution. Jesse Love going to produce our 5th yellow of the day.
Caution is out.
Such a tough spot to get
Jesse Love.
Ton of contact on the right front of the car. And for NASCAR, he's facing backwards right in a blind corner for the drivers entering turn 14. Oh, they want him to pit.
And he drove
I thought that was odd that he hadn't gone
So that was a little under a 12-minute green flag run.
It is smoking a lot, but the tire is up. The last thing you want to do on your car is to blow the tire, Parker, and then you drag the sway bar. The sway bar is crucial on these road courses for the platform of the car and the whole setup to work. You have to have that sway bar, and if that right front tire goes down, it will probably take that sway bar apart. And you rip out all the ducting there for the brakes. You end up ripping up the front nose a bit, usually, if that tire blows, so...
And Suarez says, are you kidding me?
26 car is on the right of our screen. We're not sure.
Is the 8 around anywhere?
Not.
No, it comes in behind. Okay.
Look
That's
at you, come on.
That's well, no, I'm saying for those two today, they just seem to find each other multiple times.
They have.
Thought it entered my mind, if I'm being honest. Jesse Love had been top 10 in 3 of the last 4 road course races, so unfortunate break for him. Was rallying back from a speeding penalty. Today, driver from California.
You think this driver's excited?
The only thing he didn't do, executing the plan, was get by the 20. You know what I mean? Like, he had done everything you said he needed to do, but you got to consider him right back in the game now, especially when you think about how wild the restart's going to be into turn 1, right? I mean, you could come from 8, no problem.
And I'm sure Marty Lindley here on the front stretch talking to his driver of this WeatherTech Chevy, trying to get his mind right. And then also for Connor, what does he think he needs to do for his brakes? He needs to get them cool right now, but how do you have them at optimal ability into turn 1? The tires as well, Parker.
Right, and that's a really tough thing to do because you go cool them down here under this caution. You'll want to heat them up as you're coming to the green. And then you have this long front straightaway where you don't touch them. You got to make sure they're pumped up as you get into that brake zone. There's a lot that you have to do to make sure those things are correct. Get your levers correct, your brake bias correct as you head off into turn 1. It's all the different tools that we have as drivers to mix and match and put in the right positions. You got to do all that right in the right restart.
Right now, I hope he just takes a drink. Just take a breath, Connor.
Well, you know, it's almost like he loves the challenge because if you go to Circuit of the Americas, gets his 2nd career win, he starts on the pole, he's dominating, tries to get in before pit road closes, doesn't make it, so he's penalized, drops all the way to the rear, a couple of dust-ups on track, and eventually late in the race, I mean, that contact was huge right there with Corey Heim, and I thought that might have ended his comeback. Raced his teammate, Carson Quapple, eventually gets the lead and drives away. That was his 2nd win from the pole, but if you go back to Watkins Glen, when he won the first time, he had a penalty in that race. So he's faced a lot every time he's been on a road course in the Xfinity Series.
I don't think I was exaggerating the amount of damage that car had compared to this one. This one might be a next level. If he wins with this, he's going to have a serious trend with the diecast makers. They have to get real creative with how they make those win diecasts.
If he wins today, I'll buy the diecast for myself, but I want a piece of a Sawzall blade to come with it too, because they have used some up.
That's why you love NASCAR Xfinity. Road course racing, right? Doesn't matter how beat up it is. When it gets late in the race, it's just grit and determination that makes the biggest difference.
Look at some of these other guys in the top 5, though. Taylor Gray still a lot of points talking about top 8. We're not talking about top 8. We're talking about a chance at a win here. He's had a chance to restart up here with Daniel Suarez around. Christian Eck is now enter Austin Hill into the frame. Austin Hill not going to be easy to beat on these restarts, getting to choose from the 3rd spot.
You know he'll be aggressive. Always is. He'll defend aggressively. He'll be offensive aggressively. He will go at it. He wants a road course win badly. He's been so close before.
Let's get an update from the leaders camp. Here's Dylan.
I just want to give everybody maybe who's just tuning in a reminder of what kind of day it has been for this 9 team and Daniel Suarez. And it started this morning in qualifying. This was over in turn 11. A little bit of a great lock up, and then car just couldn't get slowed down, and Suarez went hard into the wall right there at the exit of turn 11. This resulted in him having to go to a backup car and basically a 2 to 3 hour just thrash to completely build this backup car and get it ready to go. Had to start at the back of the field because of that. And he, of course, now has driven himself through the field and has found himself at the front of the field. So
it would be beautiful. Be a beautiful day if Daniel Suarez could win.
Your way to the front of the field. What's the most difficult part, do you think, that Daniel has encountered today in doing what he's done?
Well, I think the hard part comes on our guy on our left side of our screen here, Corey Shea, trying to get a Junior Motorsports generic backup ready for Daniel Suarez. Needed the seat bucket, the entire carbon cocoon you see around Daniel here changed. The pedals needed to be right for Daniel. A lot of things inside the car for Daniel. I talked to him right ahead of Cup qualifying. He felt terrible. He knew the brakes, something was wrong, and he didn't advocate enough to Corey. And they were even talking about, hey, after qualifying, maybe we maybe we just go to the back. Let's qualify. Let's get another read on the car, but then maybe we go fix them after qualifying, start at the back, and then in qualifying, head on into the wall. Ton of work for that Junior Motorsports team. So for Daniel, he felt terrible talking to him on pit road for Cup qualifying, but clearly he has reset, qualified 10th in the Cup car. All of Trackhouse executed was first, third, and 10th. Something I've talked a lot about, Parker. We need to qualify better as an organization, and for this Quaker State Chevy with Telcel, Freeway Insurance, carrying that onboard camera inside, some great pictures today with my number one crew pitting the car. It's just, it's got the makings of some great stories, and there's nothing more that these fans here in the race circuit would love to see.
If he's to pull it off today, one of the things I noticed as we got right before this caution, he definitely was maybe lacking pace compared to Taylor Gray, Austin Hill, some of the cars that were approaching, obviously Connor Silich. Now, some of that could be that he was taking care of that race car for sure, so we'll have to see here. He got great restarts. We've seen that. Did an excellent job as the leader on that last restart, but does he have the pace to hold these other drivers off?
Reminder tonight, the AVP League rolls on as the best on the sand head to Miami. Live from South Beach, the AVP League. From Miami, we're going to South Florida tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on CW. Another good CW Sports Saturday.
It is so cool to see athletes of different sports excel, and when I watch those shots, I couldn't imagine walking out on that court and trying to get the. I wouldn't even be.
Get ready to go back, Green.
I don't know what would we three be.
Bump, set, spike.
Maybe I'm the bump guy. I'll take that one.
I'll set.
All right, then I'm Spike. You just attacked that height.
I'm
sure.
sure.
I can
I'm
jump
sure
that height. I actually can.
It's not a problem. Let's get back to the race. This is going to be a huge restart here. So much fun inside of 5 laps to go. Let's get 88 radio Connor Zilich inside the top 10.
All right. Going to be 4 laps left. Suarez and Gray up front.
Tells him what he sees, and that is the truth. The lap times do not lie.
And it's going to come down to this restart and how he gets
Surprised nobody's hit the tire stacks yet. Well, Mayer kind of did. Well, no, he hit the. I don't know what the tire stacks. Is that what Mayer hit?
From the 8th spot, so he's outside of the 4th row versus the inside.
4 to go. And the hometown hero, home track hero, is in charge of the field.
Green flag.
Here comes Daniel Suarez.
4 to go.
Big jump for Daniel. Once again, he has a huge gap to that row behind him, and not really connected behind him.
88 car to the middle, push the 18 car through the restart zone, then turn to the middle, down into turn 1.
3 and 4 wide. Can they get through turn 1 cleanly?
Looks like it.
88 making some gains.
Oh, there goes Suarez off track. Is that a penalty or? Here's Gray. I think he was forced off.
What are you seeing here? How do you think this plays out?
It's chaotic, but Daniel's done what he needed to do. I wasn't sure what the hand out the window was down off of turn 3, but he got through it. He survived the restart.
Up to the top 5 now for Connor Zilich. Is there enough time left for him? A couple of rookies behind the race leader. Austin Hill 4th. So many great storylines at the front of the field.
How do you end up out there? 54. Contact. Puts Daniel Suarez out there. Nick Sanchez in contact Canadian. Connor Silich, how he ended up in the grass.
Do you think that Daniel was trying to give it back? He cut that night where he waved like...
Oh, 39.
Everybody exactly to give some time.
Ryan Seager has trouble.
Ryan Seager,
not really how it works, but
no, and the contact is what NASCAR's expressed to us. As the fans continue to go crazy, the contact is what they will look to see why you went out there.
3 to go.
Got 3 laps to go. Someone's smoking in the back. Who is that?
That's
big smoke.
Back there. That's Sanchez.
Yeah,
Nick Sanchez.
On the left front. Survived so far.
Zelich able to get around Austin Hill for fourth. 88 continues the climb. He was as deep as 28 after that crash on the restart. He's taking a peek here, heading to turn 4.
These leaders aren't getting too far away from him. He's got to move quickly here. Yeah, Zemeckis, he got the chance down in turn 11. He's been in a treacherous spot to make a pass, but he's been so good on the brakes here. He's getting the chance.
I didn't know that was a
passing zone, but he tried to make it work.
Crossover for Memphis until he's back in the game.
Might be too much.
easy to say that on the exit.
It's going to look good on the entry. Then over Zelich, you know, if you wait to here in turn 11, now he's getting swallowed by the 21.
And look at this crowd. Brandon Jones now trying to take advantage of the 88 of Zelich.
Coming to 2 laps to go. Suarez coming to 2 to go. He has the lead. He had to start in last after a crash that he had during practice. He has fought his way all the way through the field. He is up to the lead. He has led multiple laps today. How many laps has he led? He's led 17 laps. Wow.
She's got racing in her blood, and she's so competitive.
20's around. Brandon Jones is around.
Good job of keeping this gap just about a car length to 2 car lengths. Oh, a little mistake there for Taylor Gray. Got loose. Another one.
Up to the S's here.
He's really fighting that car. You can see that if you look back at Daniel Suarez. The rear end of that 54 just moving all over the place, side to side. He tries to transition into that part. That's a great feeling to hear that. Right, Ross?
I've heard it. Brandon McReynolds over there in that section 9 and 10 making the call there today.
Daniel Suarez coming around. He is the leader. Taylor Gray is looking behind him. He's kind of closing. But here he comes through the stadium section. The Mexican native, Daniel Suarez, coming around. He will take the white flag as the leader here in Mexico City. White flag is in the air one more time around in Mexico for the Xfinity Series.
What a car build by this Junior Motorsports Corey Shea-led team to bring out another car. You're not even allowed to put your full decal package on there, Parker.
We got a long way to go here, and Taylor Gray is not giving up. You can see him trying to make up time on the brakes. That car's been loose, but he's giving it everything he's got. Suarez definitely looks a lot cleaner right now.
Here he comes for possibly the biggest win of his life. He has won a championship in this series, but this might be bigger. Daniel Suarez battling Taylor Gray on the final lap here in his home country at Mexico. On the straightaway, the backstretch. Here he comes. And through the stadium section, Daniel Suarez is going to do it. He's going to come from last to first. Oh, here comes Taylor Gray. But it's not going to be enough. Daniel Suarez is going to win his home race. Daniel Suarez wins at Mexico. Oh, my God. Oh, I might cry. I might cry for him. That's beautiful. I might cry. That is beautiful. Wow. He got to do it. I'm a little emotional just watching him get to do this. A guy I've watched for over a decade. Gets to have the biggest moment of his life. I know the stream is lagging right now, but this is a great moment.
Stadium section, Mexico City for Daniel Suarez.
I'm so happy for him. It is going to be a sick diecast. A backup car.
Think about everything that Daniel has not only put into his racing career, but everything he's put into this race weekend, making so many trips here, promoting NASCAR to Mexico City, and the entire country for that matter. And for him to get to celebrate like this means so much, especially when you consider what went wrong in qualifying, and to do this in a backup car. It's a team win for him and everyone at Junior Motorsports.
It's a team win for Mexico, Adam. This is an incredible drive by an amazing, talented driver. You said it. He drove to America. First to Buffalo, then down to Charlotte to figure out how to race in the Cup Series. Is what he wanted, to be a winning driver in NASCAR. He comes home in the Xfinity Series and drives into the stadium as the winner. First time I met Daniel Suarez, right when he was coming into K&N Series, he didn't speak a word of English. And I thought, oh man, this could be pretty tough. But he proved a lot of doubters wrong throughout his whole career to become a champion in the Xfinity Series. And now to have this moment in front of your own country has to be amazing feeling right now.
He learned to speak English watching cartoons after he came to the States to begin his career racing in the top series of NASCAR. Really put his name on the map 2016 when he won a championship in the Xfinity Series. There have been some bumps in the road, but his attitude never wavers. He always stays on top. And here he is, celebrating with a home crowd.
Here's Daniel Suarez after his win in Mexico, his home country.
Unbelievable over here. I wish you could have heard him on the last lap. As a young boy growing up in Mexico who worked so hard to get to the United States and make it to the top level of racing, what does it mean to you to come back here and do this in front of these people?
¿Les gustó? ¿Se la pasaron bien? ¡Eso! ¡Viva México, cabrones!
Wife Julia. Nothing about this day was easy, right? It started this morning. You got damage. I know the brakes weren't exactly what you wanted still. How did you stay focused on the task at hand all day today and ultimately survive that last restart, too, and get it done?
Yeah, man, it's everything about teamwork, you know, like these guys work extremely hard to get this car ready, and, you know, the car wasn't supposed to be a winner today. And look at where we are right now. You know, I can thank enough Quaker State, Junior Motorsports, and all the people that work very, very hard for us to be here this afternoon. It's been a special day, and I can't wait to enjoy it for a little bit and then do it again tomorrow. Oh,
yeah, do it again tomorrow, bro. If Kyle doesn't do it. Pinata!
One last thing, Daniel, and then you can celebrate. Is this as cool as you dreamed of it being?
It's just very special, man. It's very, very special to be here in front of my people. You know, all these people that they have supported me for many, many years. They have loved me since my NASCAR Mexico days, and now fighting with the big boys. It feels good.
Congratulations. Daniel Suarez, a winner in Mexico City.
It's never easy to make it to the top.
That's beautiful, man. What a beautiful moment.
The challenges for Daniel Suarez more than most, but he's climbed every mountain, answered every call, and here he is today.
You wasn't supposed to win today.
In Mexico City. And as he said,
I made fun of Andy for having that pick.
and he's got a chance. He qualified 10th earlier today.
So I got to apologize to Andy. I'm sorry, Andy. You were right. But yeah. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be live tomorrow. Tomorrow will be my birthday stream. I'm very happy for him.
I've always been an active person. Yoga is a big part of who I am. I love how it makes me feel. But not long ago,